like no nose and like no lips.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah.
Crazy how they always get injured kind of similarly.
And yeah, and I was just like, I mean, they were great audience members, very pleasant. But and it's funny, you're going through like your set being like, do I have anything that would offend a facially disfigured person?
That's
And
cool. Media.
I'm like, no, I don't think so.
You want to do headphones?
Sure. Sennheiser.
Damn, I can't believe that they're kicking out all the Afghans just because of one Afghan. That's crazy.
Wait, what
They're
happened?
kicking out all
Oh,
the
yeah, they told
Afghans.
them they can't do their visas anymore or whatever.
Yeah, they said we're not accepting them anymore.
And the big shocker is when something like that happens, they're like, also, they worked with our CIA. You're like, oh, so the reason he's all fucked up is because of you
Yeah.
guys. Yeah.
Can you hear it through the?
Yes, I can. I can hear myself. Are you supposed to speak into the top?
Yeah.
Okay.
Has to speak above it, like
Above it.
pass above,
Okay.
over it.
Perfect.
Hello, hello.
I like wearing the headphones because I try to train. I make too many lip noises when I do stand up. So this is a good way to try to train yourself. There used to be a lady on NPR and just you could hear her gums when she would speak.
Yeah, that's horrible.
I'm trying to get away from that.
Can you hear me through your headphones?
I can. I can hear you.
That's not working. Man, how about that Austin comedy scene, huh?
It's the best in the world. Ah. I mean, it's the only one I really know. So
What about Worcester?
Worcester's. I mean, like New England. If you're like starting comedy, I would rather move to a scene like that than one like this. You'll get like
Worcester.
booked and just New England in general. You can drive everywhere, all the different states. It's a good scene. You can, but I guess if I had a nicer car, I would go to Houston and San Antonio more often. Because I just feel like people move here and in the first year they're doing comedy. And even if you're good at comedy, it's very hard to. I imagine New York and LA is the same thing. It's hard to even get on stage to show people that you are good,
Yeah.
let alone if you're not good. Uh,
Yeah, it sucks here.
no, it's good. I like it.
It's only good for Kill Tony and propelling yourself to the next level.
Yeah,
But
but Kill Tony is like the biggest thing going. So it's a good,
doesn't it help to have that in the scene so that all the younger comics have some like hope
for
in their
sure.
hearts?
And even, the waiting area, especially now that it's in Shakespeare's and stuff. I don't do it too much, but I imagine it's a great opportunity to meet and talk to people, like
To
network.
other losers
Yeah.
who have to wait in Shakespeare's.
Yeah, but one out of every 100 losers will be not a loser. So you got to get to know 100 of
Yeah,
them.
you should go there and start signing them up to artist deals that are super exploitative.
I've thought about that was doing like the management thing and just being like, if you can just pick people that you know that are good, but you just need connections with like C clubs and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you just
If you
hope.
just have a contract that's like, I'm gonna be trying to fuck you.
Yeah, 40%, 30. That's what this Victory
So
Records used to do to bands in New
you're
Jersey.
you're on your own. Like if you get famous, then you're fucked.
You're gonna have to fight me in court to get out of
Yeah.
this contract. But people ditch, like, I mean, I don't know personally, but don't a lot of people that are sort of on a smaller level than the mega big comedians, they'll use like those guys' old managers, right?
Yeah.
Because as you go up in
Because
tiers,
you have more power as a comedian.
yeah.
You have more bargaining rights.
And then those people still want to keep their relationship good with the mega comedians because they can get their openers and stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a booming industry, comedy.
I know. Do you think it's gonna have a pitfall again, or do you think? I mean, in the age of the internet, it feels like it's never going away. But
Yeah, it's hard to tell because of the AI craze,
yeah,
but
I guess
people still go out to live shows.
exactly. I don't know if the live ticket thing's ever gonna go. I heard
Yeah.
Sam Hyde talking about that, how the biggest industry that he would get into now is live venue stuff. because it's just so big for bands and for comedians. And
Yeah.
if you can sell any amount of tickets, you can make a lot of money. But
Yeah, it's good to actually be there directly. I
mhm.
think that's why I got into comedy
Yeah,
because music is like so much harder. Comedy, you can charge people at the door, be like, if you don't pay, you don't get to watch.
yeah, yeah. Music you have to split with your bandmates. You have to always be around them, which is
Yeah, and
like,
you just have to like perform for free for so long and
yeah,
just be hot.
yep. And a lot of bands, like I'll follow a local band, they make their first good album and then they go on their first couple big tours and then they end up hating each other and they just break up. They like most bands don't get through.
It's yeah, because you have to like sign up for your dream with other people and hope their idea matches yours and
Yeah.
like, oh, we're on tour, we have to do these activities because this is what my dream was. And
Yeah.
then you have these other guys that are like, I'm just in it to try to make a lot of money and they're trying to be safe. And these people are like, I'm a real rock star.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you have to deal with, and it depends. Like if you're not an important member of the band and you're an alcoholic, you'll just get kicked out. And if you are an important member of the band, then everyone kind of has to deal with your bullshit.
Yeah.
I had friends.
Talent is the best enabler for alcoholism
Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm sober because I don't
because
have a lot. I don't have a lot of room.
you're a great tour
Maybe
mate.
a tour manager would be a really cool. I've thought about looking into doing that. It feels like for bands and for comedians, a tour manager is a cool job. You know, eventually, if I want to step back from trying to make it and stand up or whatever. I feel like tour manager is a cool job. But you do have
Yeah,
to
I
be
mean,
kind
it's
of
good to have your failure plan all
you
set out.
have to be kind of an annoying asshole though. Tour manager is the one that has to like when the hotel room isn't right and stuff.
Hmm.
You have to like bitch out
It's
to
yeah, we have a tour manager for the Killers of Kill Tony tour, and the role that he occupies and what he has to be like is like very specific.
really.
Yeah, he just sort of has to be there, but not be overpowering, but not be invisible.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just like, saying it's like a Sims character.
Yeah, and then you're deal. That's the same thing. You're dealing with a group of people, so he has to kind of like make sure everyone on the tour is happy individually or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm sure a lot of you guys are because you really just do like weekends, right? You don't. You're not like with them multiple
No,
weeks in
it's
a
not
row.
like a bus tour.
Yeah. So it's probably easier to deal with personalities in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to travel with people
And it's cool you additionally
that are following their dreams that you also had dreams of?
and since you've been doing it, you can add like Timmy to certain shows. Now you can add Edric to certain It's kind of cool to like you get a new blood injected into the show occasionally, which is
Yeah,
nice.
because
Yeah.
we come home for the weekdays.
Yeah. That's cool. It seems like a really cool and you guys do basically do you do comedy clubs ever or is it only
No, it's only
that's
theaters.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a theater snob now.
Really?
Yeah, I don't perform at the Creek anymore.
Oh yeah.
Just kidding.
It's
It's beautiful.
I don't think I've done like a small theater in like Maine in like my second year in comedy, but it was like
Nice.
just the front 6 rows or whatever.
Oh,
It was just like theater that nobody
that's
uses.
actually a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, it was just I think it was like a showcase or something.
Well, they have like black box theaters.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are technically theaters.
I love those actually. Those are
Yeah,
really
because
fun.
the audience shuts up and they're all blackened out from the lack of light.
Yeah. And the acoustics are really good because it's for like improv people with no mics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is also like a lot of shit for just a guy standing there
Yeah.
for a theater. It's
Hmm.
like you have all these cool things backstage that you could use, but you're just gonna be sitting around. I don't know if they like that or not.
And there is a more of an upfront cost on the theater stuff, right? Like you have to pay extra for
Yeah, it's
the workers and
expensive.
stuff. Yeah. But I guess you can sell a lot more tickets or whatever.
Yeah.
People
The
seem to really
whales.
like, whenever I see people posting about it and stuff, people are always like over the moon about those shows. I mean, it's all you guys doing your hottest, 20 or whatever. Is that how long you guys do?
Yeah,
Yeah. So that was
that's good.
that's an amazing show.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I never check
I've
the posts.
I've seen a comment or two where people are like they thought Tony was going to be there because they
Yeah.
just didn't do their due diligence.
Yeah.
But that's kind of on them. You got to read what you're
Yeah. Also, if he doesn't mention it on the show, it's not on his Instagram. I think
Yep.
he's just gonna show up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they did no research,
Yeah.
but yeah, they shouldn't have to. Maybe we should name it comedians associated with Kill Tony, but not necessarily Tony
I did
tour.
Cooper's barbecue. There's a showcase, and on the advertising it says past performers, and I think it had like Casey and like you and Cam, and this guy came and he just was so fucking mad halfway through the show that none of you guys were there,
Oh
and
yeah.
it just heard them arguing. And the guy was like, "I'll give you a refund." He's like, "No, I don't want. Like, I'm not trying to be difficult." I'm like, "You are being difficult. You've been arguing for like 15 minutes."
Yeah,
As like,
he just wants to be artistically like you need to be morally right about
yeah,
your advertising.
yeah. And I thought it was really funny. And I went and looked at it does say big letters.
Well, who was on the show? Was it just
It was pretty good. I mean, like Matt
like
Ross was on the show. There's a bunch of really good
Matt
comedians.
Ross? Yeah, Matt
People were
Ross is
like
great.
crushing as he's arguing. So I'm standing
Okay.
in the back. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude,
He's
just
a
listen.
star fucker. He's a star chaser.
Yeah.
It's like I won't listen to any comedy unless it's pre-approved.
Also, the tickets are like, I don't know, $10. It's like this guy's just got to get over it at a
Yeah.
certain point. But it's funny.
Ungrateful fucks.
Yeah. Well, when you deal with enough people, a few of them are going to be really, you know what I mean? They can sour your opinion on
Yeah, I mean
everybody.
comedy, you're just sticking your fucking dick out there.
Yeah.
People can shit all over it.
Yeah. But
But yeah, I mean, usually you try to avoid that. You try to avoid the worst parts of comedy. It's like if you have a good booker, they'll like deal with that for you.
yeah, you do meet and greets and stuff for when you headline, right?
Yeah.
And those generally, do you get any like super weirdos or is it generally pretty nice?
No.
No.
Yeah, they're all normal people. Never once have I encountered a crazy person. Some
Yeah.
people try to sneak in backstage. That's annoying.
Really?
Yeah.
Like,
And I'm just nice to them because they're like, oh, they're probably like friends with Cam or something. And
mhm.
it's just like some random dude.
That's scary because
Yeah.
there's not a lot of security at comedy clubs. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And they shouldn't have to be.
I mean, not at comedy clubs on the theater tours.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That way people are more bold
Yep.
because it's not just a small thing.
Yeah, and you're also pulling from everyone's weirdest
Yeah.
fan
They're like, oh,
individually.
I could get in and see like 3 people instead of just one guy and 2 locals.
Yeah, and that kind of behavior I'll expect from like comics, like weirdness around bigger comic. But with audience members, you just like just sit in the or and if you talk to someone after the show, just say hi. Like I've taken a picture with a couple of huge comics, but like you just try to get in and out as fast as possible. Like, what are you
You
doing?
try not to make a big deal. If
Yeah,
they
start.
remember you, you're doing your job wrong
Yeah, you're telling
as
them
an
a
audience
story
member.
about something, and they're
But
just
some people want to be like, hey, you're gonna remember me.
yeah.
They try to do the craziest shit.
Or they give you a gift that's like big, and you're expected to like. I saw someone give I forget who it was, maybe like Nick Mullen, like a giant picture, and I was like, he has to bring this on the plane with him. I don't think he's gonna want this. Is just gonna end up in someone else's house in Austin. But
I mean, he lives here.
oh yeah,
He used to.
yeah,
I
he
mean, he
used
has
to.
family. I'm sure he could stash it in his
Yeah,
family's house.
I'd like to get some gifts someday from fans. That sounds nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you can if you just keep signing up for Kill Tony.
Yep. Well, I've been on 4 times, so at a certain point,
Don't you have like a clip that's doing well about like saying that or
not that I know of, hopefully.
like 9/11 or something?
I don't think so. I don't really talk about that on stage.
Something like that.
I've had a few. I might recut up some to put them on. I'm starting to get over the. I used to like every time you post something online, I'd feel like all the other comics are like if you were to post like 3, 4 times a week,
Yeah.
they're like, what the heck, like. But now I'm totally getting over that. I'm like, well, this is what you have to do. You have to
Yeah, you're
fucking.
not doing it for them.
Yeah,
You're doing
exactly.
it for the TikTok
Like I got a lap dance on one episode. I'm like, I never cut that up and put it into just that alone.
lap dance.
Yeah, when they were used
Nice.
to do that at Vulcan, because
When do they do that? Kill Tony?
yeah, I said I was a little and I drank a couple drinks. I did my set during the interview. I was like, I just got a girlfriend, so I can't get a lap dance. And Tony was like, I was not offering you a lap dance, and I was like, oh yeah, my bad. He's like, actually, we're gonna give you one. And then I drunkenly got one like so awkwardly. I was like trying not to enjoy it. And then a bunch of the comments in the episode were like Indian guys being like, how dare this motherfucker get a lap dance and not enjoy it? He's probably gay. Like there was like
Yeah.
legitimate rage.
How do you know they were Indian?
Their avatars and their names and their manners. And I'm also just assuming.
Are you just assuming all incels are Indian?
Not all, but the ones that watch Kill Tony.
Well, why are they such incels? Is it because of Hinduism?
I don't
Why
know.
aren't they fucking each other
I think
consensually?
I think there's just a large internet culture now that's like it just feel like I
There's like
see
a
a
billion of them.
yeah, I see a lot of Indian comment.
They
They're
have a horrible wealth disparity, so a lot of men are poor, and poor men are not fuckable.
yeah. Is it worse than ours?
I mean, there's so many of them.
Yeah.
They have less money than us.
I thought they were doing pretty good. I thought they were like
Indians?
rising.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I mean they're like sixth place, I think, behind like Germany,
Yeah.
Japan, which is, they have a billion people. They gotta get their shit together.
Yeah. I've never been. I would love to go.
India?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. What Asian countries have you been to? I know you've been to South Korea.
I've been to South Korea, Japan.
That's it.
I think that's it.
It's still pretty good.
Yeah, I mean it's far away, man.
Those are the top two picks for me personally. If I was picking,
China?
I would love to go to Russia. Just like the architecture, um, like the Kremlin and stuff, the Tetris buildings, and then just
Okay.
I like snow. I like mountains.
What about communism and enemy of America and
It's not
dissidents?
a deal breaker for me. I don't love it, but it is scary to go somewhere and be like to go anywhere where if you fuck up, you know you're not really gonna get the fairest. You might just be there for 3 years waiting.
I'm
And
sure a lot of people have been there and back
yeah,
and you never know about it.
yeah. But I'm sure there's a lot of people who have been there and not come back, and you never know about it either. So
You would know about it. Look how much of a stink they made over Brittany Griner.
yeah, but she's famous. Well, I guess she's kind of famous.
I think like if Putin started keeping American citizens, it might piss America off. So I don't think he would do that.
Yeah, but if you do something legitimately, even like culturally, I don't know, like I would never drink more than like a drink in another country. It blows.
Wow.
It's so scary to just like,
You must be fun to travel with.
well, I don't want to get blackout drunk in another country and then fuck my whole
Yeah, you
life
could
up.
take all our passports and keep it safe. You could be
Yeah.
the designated passport holder.
Yeah, tour manager. I could do it.
You're just going on foreign trips just so you can manage the
Uh,
trip.
Dude, if someone asked me to do merch for them, I would love like a band or a big comedian. I would, even if I wasn't doing like stage time, I would love to just tag along for anything.
For a couple weeks and then you get resentful and sick of it.
My dream since I started doing music or anything when I was like 16 is tour. Like I used to watch tour DVDs, like sleeping in vans, sleeping on floor, like, and it's so funny because I feel like I could, build a little tour around headlining random breweries. So I'm sort of going to start to try to do that. But the overall dream for me is, I'm sure you do get sick of it really fast, but,
If you're the sidekick
or
to a
just in
tour,
general, just being on the road.
yeah.
So it makes
If you're
me,
not performing,
yeah, but it's a
even if you're
start.
performing, it sucks.
Yeah, I know. And that's when you hear people talk about it, I'm sure it gets old really
Well,
fast.
luckily you're a very funny comedian
Yeah.
and you just need to not have another depressive episode and I think
What do you
everything will
mean?
work out.
When did I have a depressive episode?
Every like 6 months or so, you'll change your hairstyle and stop going to mics, and then
Oh,
I'll
well.
see you again.
It's all part of the process.
Ruining your career?
What's I had no career to ruin.
Well, you like being seen in the scene is like
Yeah.
a big deal, man.
And I do regret when I was doing the intern stuff for Kill Tony. I had to step away just monetarily and stuff, but I wish I could have kept my shit together enough because being around that, was incredibly like eventually, maybe you could have used it to network and stuff, but just being around it kept you very like, oh my God, this is real. You can rise up through the
Yeah, it
ranks.
shows you that it's not just a fantasy and like how it actually works.
Yeah. So I wish I could still do that stuff, but you know what I mean? I can't like ask them again after I've already quit. Although a lot of things have changed over there in the production side. So I've heard. Don't really know
Anyways,
much.
yeah, you should sign up again. You should actually maybe sign up for the comedy part of it and not just like setting up the table part of it.
What do you
'Cause
mean?
Like the 1 minute sets.
I've been signing up since like February. I've only
Didn't you
missed
say
like
you
a
don't go to Shakespeare a lot?
oh no, I do. I've only missed like a week or two since when I started my new
We gotta
job.
roll back the tape because you said you don't go to Shakespeare. You're like, I don't go a lot, but that'd be
I
a great opportunity to
no,
sign.
I said it when I'm there. I don't. I usually don't
Oh,
talk to people. I just play.
oh,
I play
wow.
my Switch.
So you go every week?
Yeah, I've been signing up since like February. Probably only missed like a week or two since then.
Yeah.
So
Good job, man. How
thanks.
many times have you gone up
Oh, since then,
since you've been going regularly?
not once. And I
Well,
couldn't even get
keep
on the mothership
keep
mic
trying.
for a long time. I was signing up every week, not getting on that. It's a big. It's a bit. There's a lot of people here, and just more and more coming, more coming in than ones leaving too. So
Oh
it's
no.
constantly growing a little bit.
We gotta up the levers.
I think the levers are gonna up soon. It's tough. It's tough too. I mean, now
It's tough in Austin.
I don't know. I mean,
It's cheaper than New York or LA, but is it still expensive?
it's expensive, but also I just have a. I don't really want if I don't have to anymore. Unless I was doing comedy full time, I don't want a roommate anymore. Now, if I was a full time or something, then I would probably put up with it. But
Why, you don't like roommates?
no, I hate it. I really enjoy
Oh my
living
God.
alone.
Yeah, you like playing your Switch at Shakespeare's instead of networking?
Yeah, I gotta get better at it.
I remember when I was signing up at Antone's, there'd be like people that went up and be like, holy shit, that's that person that went up.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Yeah. Well, one time Adam Ray dressed as Joe Biden walked through Shakespeare's, and everyone was like, "It's like in City of God where he like walks through the center of the set." Everyone was like, "Oh!" They're like trying to touch him and stuff. Um, so
Damn, what
it's
a
a fun.
night.
It's good. I mean, it's way better waiting there. I've waited through all the eras. I've waited at Antone,
Antone's, the
Vulcan, the
Vulcan.
Alley, which a bird shit on my head while I was waiting one time, and I thought for sure I was like, "This is the week." I
And
walked.
Shakespeare's,
Yeah,
and
poor
then
choices.
Poor Choices, and then back to Shakespeare.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very funny.
Did you ever do Comedy Store?
Nope, never have. I've never signed up any other, or I guess I've signed up for a few of the arena shows,
Oh, yeah.
but which I think this New Year's I'll be signing up as well. Although the arena thing's different because like the minute that I have locked and loaded for if I get on at the mothership, I kind of realize I have like a different minute idea for the arena because I feel like the club minute sometimes isn't the arena minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need to have more of like a dice clay, like quick, like quick offensive thing.
Quick, offensive, yeah, but not too offensive.
Yeah.
I think that if you're a good comedian and like you've been doing it a while, you just need to sort of rely half on that and half being in the moment.
Yep.
But you don't want to overcommit either way. Because if you're just like, oh, this is an arena and you don't do anything like that, you've practiced
Yeah.
funny practices, then it's like you might as well be a newcomer. Because
Yep.
sometimes like doing comedy for a long time fucks up your instincts for being in the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like the interview. Although I have a few things to bring up if that's
Yeah, like the bird shitting on your head.
yeah, but a lot of it from having so many sets over the last year where I purposely will be like, all right, I'm gonna do these jokes, then I'm gonna go off script for as long as I can. Just getting better at being in the moment while you're alone on stage. I feel a lot more confident that I can sort of like I don't have to overplan what I'm gonna say in the interview.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I can just
Yeah.
and the biggest thing I've learned from watching the show, because at Shakespeare's they play it now, is just always just answer if you don't have any comedic thing to say, just answer whatever question it is. And like, especially with my personality, half the time that is funny. Just whatever true
Yeah,
answer I give
because you're
them.
like Eeyore.
Yeah. Just like you helped me out the other day. I kept it when you told me to act like you're having you said either act like you're having more fun on stage or look like and I talked to my girlfriend about it. I was like, he's really right. Like I watched the video. I just got a new MacBook yesterday. I didn't really
Holy shit.
I don't know, $2,000. I probably should have bought it used or something, but
MacBook.
so I
Nice.
got all my videos on there now and I was watching them
The
and
Vulcan video?
just a bunch of
Oh, old
like
video.
30 sets from the past year and going too fast a lot of the time, a little bit too much uhs and ums that I'm gonna try to fix. And also, yeah, just I like being stoic and deadpan sometimes, but you can still look like you're having fun even
Yeah.
while doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can be like, oh, I'm just pretending not to have fun, but secretly I am.
And then when you break or something a little, that almost gets them like into it more. Like
Yeah.
when you're having a good set and you show
Yeah,
that you're
because
enjoying.
then you're like, oh, this was so funny. Even though I was trying really hard not to, this I couldn't help but laugh. And they'll be like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, and that's where the riffing and crowd. I don't do. I'm getting more into crowd work, but I literally make myself laugh through talking to people, which I never laugh at my own jokes. But when I immediately I'll start talking to someone and they'll just say something, I'll think it's the funniest thing in the world. Like, so,
Yeah.
I started doing it more because it's just more fun. So
Yeah. Gets the audience engaged.
yeah,
They're like, oh, you can talk. It's interactive.
yeah,
It's 3D.
yep,
But yeah, I think it's good to just, you know, just like, just have fun.
hmm it is. It really
But
is. I know
yeah, I mean,
it's so simple, but I definitely have a curse of like worrying too much about trying to be good or whatever, and then it gets in the way of like, which is actually worse because you just want to
like
have,
being artistic, playing
yeah,
from the back of the room.
or just being like every set is so important. If I do bad at this set, it's
Hmm.
gonna fucking. But it doesn't really matter. There's only
No.
very few sets a year that are actually like ones that you would matter at all
Well,
if you bombed.
I mean, maybe like if you're doing it for a booker, but like the scene knows, the scene has a memory.
And I know from watching people, even when they're doing bad, that's actually garners my respect. Some people are so funny when the crowd isn't on their, like I've seen them killing, and then I've seen them when the crowd isn't on their side, and I actually enjoy how they handle that way better
Well,
because it's so funny when they like stay in the pocket
yeah.
or turn them around or whatever. So
Then if you say a ridiculous joke and you just have to sit in it, they're like, well, holy shit, he's actually this ridiculous of a
yeah,
person.
yeah,
It requires more commitment and shows you who you really are.
yeah,
But yeah, hopefully people aren't bombing as much. But yeah, I mean, you could get really good at bombing and just be like, oh, this is funny to a third party perspective.
hmm
But like, that's not lucrative or
yeah. That's not the main
successful. Yeah.
idea. Yeah, but
You
it
got
is
to
a
make
nice.
that audience think it's funny. Like, it doesn't matter if some other people somewhere in the world think you're hilarious.
Yeah, there are like open micers on like TikTok where all their clips, granted they're usually at like open mics and stuff, but they're all purposely they'll like say a joke and even the joke might even be kind of good on its face, but it just bombs so poorly in the room and then the clip goes really viral because people like seeing that, like the awkwardness of doing a joke and just
Yeah.
total silence after.
I think it's a lot of people that never go out and they're just wanting to live vicariously through people that put themselves out into social situations in the most, vulnerable, exposing way possible.
Yeah.
They're like living through us.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's a great thing to do. Like 3 minutes, everyone takes their turns and talks and tells us what they're feeling or what they think is funny. I think it's like very therapeutic.
Yeah. I'm trying to do way more mics and it helps. It starts with me with writing or whatever. Once I have enough stuff,
Yeah,
because sometimes you go into mics and you just, what am I going to do? Old stuff to nobody. But even if it's to nobody when it's something new, I'm getting better at just being like,
yeah.
all right, I like saying this stuff.
It's worth saying if it's new.
Yeah, more often than not now, it's about my job or about my relationship. So it is at least a note of, like you said, like therapeutic, actually talking about something.
Nice.
So trying, but it's really tough, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's so tough and I struggle a lot. But I think like personal stuff sucks and I want to hear people's jokes.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I hate people that like have to do personal stuff.
Yep. Yeah, it's for me it's I'm trying to find a good balance and mix. Trying to figure out how to stick out too. So when you're just doing jokes, I don't know, it feels hard to stick out
Well,
sometimes.
I don't want you to tell me who you are. I want you to show me. Like,
Through joke
yeah,
form.
like
Yeah.
I'm at a post office and I fucking slammed a midget to the ground. And then the way that you say it is like, oh, this is how he would actually feel doing that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like if you're like, my mom hit me when I was 4, I'm like, don't care. I know who you are now. All you've revealed is you're self-centered and all you can do is think about your stupid life.
But some people love that stuff. Some people love.
Like Mark Maron.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know. Marin is a good
Other
example.
selfish people.
Maron's a good example because some of his stuff I enjoy so much, and
Yeah.
then but through a whole special, I will get, and it's just my personal. I'd much rather take a Dave Attell over a Maron
Yeah.
every night of the week, and that doesn't, me and Maron's bad. It's just like,
I think it's the highest risk, highest reward. Because
mhm.
if you suck at doing that selfish kind of stuff, then it sucks ass.
It's
But if you get
yeah,
it right,
yeah.
like Bo Burnham
Neil
or
Brennan, I think, is amazing at it. At least
yeah,
he's one of my personal favorites. It's like,
Neil B,
yeah,
um, Stuart Lee.
Stuart Lee's the best. I've been watching so much while I work. I got YouTube Premium, and I've just been listening to Stuart Lee like nonstop in the background.
Wow, what a decadent lifestyle you live. No ads, just pure content
Yes.
pumped into your ear.
Finally, I think I'm gonna get rid of like every other subscription and stick with the YouTube Premium.
I
It's
got
just
that Fire Stick. Did I show you the Fire
you
Stick?
did, and so you have all the premium. Now, do you get porn channels with that as well?
I think so.
Yeah,
I've been able to check.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I canceled all my subscriptions. I'm just gonna see how long I can go. But that's what I do is like I get what I need in the moment. Like, oh, I want to watch Jeopardy. Let me get Hulu. Then I'll be like, oh, I'm not watching. Let me cancel and see how long I can go until I renew it.
It is crazy how we used to, the cable bill 10 years ago was like $100, and then everyone was like, dude, Netflix $15, and everyone was like, this is the future. And now, if you want to watch a lot of different things, it's just a total of $100, $200 a month for like
Yeah,
we're just separating it across. UFC is coming to Paramount, which I'm really excited about. I think even for the pay-per-views or whatever, it's just going to be the one monthly Paramount subscription. You get to watch all UFC, and I used to stream them illegally, but if they're only going to charge me like $20 a month, because
yeah,
the illegal stream sometimes is shit. So
yeah.
I'm excited.
Well, there has to be a better model. I just feel like the way that we have it now is the worst combination of the old way and the new way.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, if you just cancel it when you don't need it and then get it again, it's only like you're paying for half the year.
Some people have theorized that eventually, because right now the biggest commodity is like attention, like people watching, they think eventually all of them could be free just because the money they get from advertisers from your eyes being on it is like a big enough boon. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they think we're in like a transitionary period where
Well, yeah, I mean, I buy like gun shit,
mhm.
even though they don't explicitly are paid by the advertiser, just because like, oh, I know more about the subject now. I don't feel afraid to buy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So hopefully that'll get to a point sometimes because right now all the free like freebie and stuff, it's like the worst.
What about not being motivated by profit at all and just doing it for the good of the world? Because we have so much money and resources.
Well, unfortunately, when a company gets big enough, there's a bunch of people who invest in it and expect more money back than they put in or whatever.
Yeah, but what about China?
Yeah. What about them?
Well, China, you don't need to make a profit all the time. You just have to like demonstrate that you're doing good and the government will pay you.
Yeah. We might get there with certain things.
Yeah, I mean, if you provide a benefit to society and society makes more money because of that, then you should get paid for that. And we could have like, algorithms figure out how much everyone gets paid.
That's like PBS, right? PBS
Yeah.
kind of does that.
PBS is great. NPR,
Hmm.
they make a lot of good shit.
Dude,
Ken
Tiny
Burns,
Desk. I was just thinking about it last night because David Byrne just put up.
that's communism.
Well, dude, it's so cool. Like Tiny Desk has totally MTV Unplugged or David Letterman or SNL. Now, if you're a band, that's
You're
like,
trying to get on that tiny
and
desk.
it's the cool. It's so cool. Like it's very
Yeah.
cool that it grew out of.
Like you have to do acoustic or limited electric.
Yeah, and like rethink your like. I love when rappers and stuff are on there because they really have to rethink. Like T Pain's is
How do I
amazing.
talk to white people?
Yeah, and it's so cool. I mean, it's sort of similar to Kill Tony, where it was a small thing, and over like the last decade, it has snowballed into the biggest thing in
Yeah.
in the industry. It's crazy.
Yeah, and that way, as a mustard seed is a lot like Kill Tony because it's small and then grows big.
I mean, people really don't even because I've went back, especially when I was house sitting for a while when I first moved here, watching all of the Comedy Store episodes, seeing like William's first 100, 200 episodes,
Yeah.
being there for when you first got going up at Vulcan every single week. And it's so funny that there's people now that have no context of
Yeah.
like those periods and like,
Well, the farthest back most people go is the Vulcan days. They're
yeah,
like, I've been watching forever since the Vulcan days. It's like, that's pretty far, I
that was
guess.
like, because when I first moved here, they did like, was it the 10-year
500
at the
episodes,
Paramount?
episode, 500th episode.
500th episode, which is insane. The how long it had already been going on, and I barely knew anything about it.
Yeah, they're on like 678 now or something.
Yeah,
It's like a 1/8,
yeah,
1/6.
and all the road episodes, which now there's so much. They only do arenas on the road because it's such a hard show to make money on. I'm sure traveling to anything
Oh yeah,
smaller
if you
than
bring all the people with you.
yeah, or it's just gonna be a bad show or whatever. But
I
it's just
mean, I don't think it's about money.
yeah, just it feels like I don't know. It works to me. The arena shows that's like to bring it on the road. It feels like it would be weird to do it in like even a small theater on the road. I don't know.
I think it'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Like the Comedy Store.
It'd be good for the scenes because you could
Yeah,
get,
it'd be more accessible. It's probably, I don't know, closer to like where people actually live instead of downtown.
and the pool of comics would be, even if they're bad, you'd get a different kind of like group of, there's a lot of people who move here that are very like obsessed with getting on and they're just like weirdly huge fans. Where if you
Yeah,
went to
they're
like,
like playing Switch at Shakespeare's.
well, I got Hades. I'm playing Hades right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
The hell guy.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I don't smoke weed right now, and video games are so much worse when you don't smoke weed.
You can't get into the character.
Yeah, like when I play like sports games, if I'm smoking weed, I'm like in my head, I'm like imagining the conversations that ESPN would have about my team.
Oh, Paul Cyphers.
Yeah, but now I just do bad one game, I just quit. I'm like I don't want to play this anymore.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah,
Why am I pretending to play a game I can actually play in real life?
yeah.
If only you could run. Are you a good runner?
I'm such a bad athlete in every
Wow.
respect. I'm decent.
Why? Because your hair is too long?
Terrible lungs. I've just always been
Lungs?
everything.
It just hurts too
I
much?
was
I
a
think you're
slow.
supposed to go past that and get stronger.
I was like the slowest in elementary school. I'm not like so uncoordinated, but I am, you know.
You're uncoordinated?
No, I'm like kind of coordinated, but I just have no. After a minute and a half, I'm so tired that the coordination doesn't even matter. Next year, a
That's
big.
just because you're not in shape. Have you ever been in shape in
I've
your life?
never been. If it would take me 3 months to get in the best shape that me or anyone in my family has ever been in.
Your family's like a bunch of book nerds.
No, we're just a bunch of sedentary.
What do you think your ancestors did to punish you?
Well,
Were
we're
they like
Irish
welders?
Canadian, so it's a lot of smoking weed,
So you
drinking.
guys were like just sitting on the ice fishing all day.
Yes, just drunk as fuck in the snow. And yeah, my family just it's my motivation for next year is in 6 months I could get in good enough shape where like everybody in my family would be like, "Whoa."
You'd be
That
the strong man.
yeah, if I just had like a tiny bit of muscle definition, it would be like
I
mind
mean, you
blowing.
don't look unhealthy. You're like not a bad shape for a human.
I have that like new school human like when they show the picture of like how we're developed like
Evolving.
my spine is a little bent because I'm on the computer too much.
Yeah.
My feet are very
You're
flat.
designed.
I'm not a predator anymore. I've totally turned into prey.
That's beautiful.
So I got to
It's the
work on it.
future.
I've heard a little bit of
Like if you have abs and like nice pectoral muscles, that's a waste.
my mother would cry. She would be like, "You're the most amazing human. I can't believe you did that." Like we're all just rotund, sort of lazy
That's
guys.
ideal.
Yeah, it's
That's what
nice.
you want to be for 2025.
You think?
Yeah, you want to just be the perfect body type
Yeah,
for this era.
I gained a bunch of weight after I quit Adderall, and then I lost a little bit a few months ago because I was working all summer and being a little better about what I was eating. And then the past month or two, when I stopped smoking weed and drinking, I just was like, I gave myself carte blanche to just eat everything. So I've been gaining it back. But
Oh no.
next year, I'm thinking about being vegan 100% of next year, 365 days,
Why don't you just be eating meat, but in a healthy way?
because that's no fun. I need an interesting.
What is it about veganism that attracts you?
I honestly feel empathy, and I feel like eating animals and stuff is very bad. And I love it's delicious, don't get me wrong, but I've always had this.
So when you say that, do people try to find you being a hypocrite? Like, oh, you love animals, but you didn't love me when I needed a ride to the airport? Because that's like my first instinct is like, oh, you care about things, then why don't you care about all things possible?
Yeah, some people do kind of try to poke holes and stuff in that, but I don't know. I just feel like the one thing that's held me back from actually doing it is I want to make sure I go about it in a healthy. I don't want to just be vegan and then just
So
eat
you realize it's a ridiculous thing to do.
unless you do it the right way or whatever.
Right.
And I look up to a lot of bands whose members are vegan, and I just think it's a cool thing. You know what I
Aren't
mean?
you like 50-50 about Trump?
No, no,
Oh, because
I
sometimes you're like, I agree with capitalism in this respect.
no, I mean, I don't really.
You're always trying to find an excuse for capitalism.
Well, that's why I'm talking to you because it's funny to get to get you going.
You're
But
like
I think the country as a whole has failed several 100 million people that live in it.
350, I think,
I
almost
mean,
400
a couple
soon.
million of them the country's done right by, but most
Mhm.
of them, yeah.
But isn't it fucked up that we fuck up all the other countries and that we don't even enjoy it? Like most people here,
It is crazy. I
it's
mean,
just like we what we're doing to the rest of the world, we're doing to this country. It's just smaller and smaller, like a pyramid.
yeah, and I've thought about how the job I work now doing pest control, if I did it in like the 80s and worked as much as I do now, I bet I could get a house by myself pretty within a few
I mean,
years. But
your
now I'm so
productivity is probably really high. You're probably killing a lot more and doing a larger percentage of good for the homes or whatever you're in.
but every dollar just doesn't go nearly as far as
Yeah, it goes to private equity, the people that are invested in your company and squeeze every penny out of it and pay
Mhm.
you as little as possible.
And groceries are absolutely insane. And
Are you like more productive, you think, than someone in the 60s who was doing your job? Like you can kill more pests.
I think I guess it depends. I think so. Just with my phone is how I do all my paperwork.
But like
I use the GPS, so I
the
can get a
actual killing, like is it more effective
probably
now?
less effective because a lot of the
Why?
stuff's been banned. You used to be able to use like bed
Oh,
bugs. They thought bed bugs were extinct at a certain point. I want to say in like the late 70s because they were using DDT,
yeah.
and they were like, we got rid of the North American bed bug or whatever, and then it came back.
I
But
used to have bed bugs.
that's the worst, dude. I'm so
It's
glad
embarrassing.
I've
It's
dealt with
like
them.
having an STD.
I know, but people do think they relate it with clean. It has nothing to do, obviously.
Yeah, it's just like COVID.
You just get them. If you get them, you get them.
Yeah.
Usually off of like used furniture, or if you move into an apartment that had them and they didn't do it all the way, because they can go dormant.
Or sleeping with homeless people.
That'll do it. Well, even not really. I mean, as long as you shake yourself off, just don't bring
Shake.
anything.
That's all it takes.
When I do a really bad bed bug job, I will take my clothes off on like my porch.
You're just in there naked.
No, like after I do it.
You should do it naked
That's true. Well, they could probably crawl into some
into your
crevices then.
pee hole.
But they're not. I've never brought them home, and I've been literally doing bed bug jobs since for like over a
So
decade
you don't
now.
even have like a full suit on?
No, I just wear my clothes. Then I go into some rich person's house an hour after I finish doing this poor person's bed
Wow.
bug. So, uh,
Damn. I
uh,
don't advocate for hosing down poor people, but maybe if you are working as an exterminator, you should agree to get, Lysoled.
you got to dry your clothes on high heat. That'll kill them
Yeah.
or render
The
them
way I got
sterile.
rid of them, like I used to have it in my van. So I had like a net.
No way. It had
Yeah.
them. That
I
sucks,
fucking
bro.
bought like a smart mattress or whatever, like a memory foam, and then I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna use it, so I just stashed it in my outdoor carport
Yeah.
in Seattle, and then I was like, "Oh, I'll use it, so I put it back in. So I don't know if it was the Indian guy that had it before me that had bed
Or
bugs,
maybe
or if
someone
it,
just slept on it while you had stashed it or something,
well,
or
I'm
near it.
thinking that they climbed into it in the closet because it's just like pretty much outside.
Yeah. Well, if you ever got in a van, I would just drive to like the Arctic Circle and then just leave my if it's cold enough for long enough. But I guess
That seems like a long way to go.
I know, but
Because what I did was just do the bombs, like
yeah.
the things that spray and because it's a small area.
Yeah.
So I just left it in there. But that was after like putting like that chalk thing around the earth.
Diatomaceous earth.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fucking
That
I
was
didn't know you
cool
had
to
them in your
wake up.
van.
Yeah.
That must have sucked so fucking bad.
Yeah. No, I mean,
You were in
I was like a
Canada.
little itchy. No, I
So
was like going down the West Coast and
okay.
coming to Austin. I got rid of it before Austin. I got rid of it at Carlsbad Cavern,
How soon after you went on your like how long have you been doing the van life thing when you got them?
like 3 years,
Oh,
and then I
okay.
got him.
Yeah, that would have sucked to have it
Yeah, I
happen.
had it for like 6 months.
That's so I've literally never I mean I've heard of them being
It's not
obviously.
that bad.
Yeah, but
It
it's
was just annoying. Like you have to fight nature before you go to sleep. But yeah, I had the mosquito net, and I'd wake up, I'd see them crawling on
whoa.
the mosquito net because they
That's
couldn't get in.
that's crazy.
So that was cool. I was starving them a little bit. And then
Yeah.
like the earth thing helped. I'd wake up, I'd find their like bodies like next to the thing, the earth trail.
There's a comedian from Massachusetts that had a joke about it where he like said he misses his bed bugs because it was nice having like a blood cult that was centered around him. Like he was their god.
Yeah.
They're literally staying alive, like biting you. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's like a colony.
Yeah.
You're raising them. They're like your children.
People go super insane. Like it actually triggers like psychosis in people because your
Yeah,
bed
bugs
is
are the
supposed to be
worst.
safe.
It's like an elephant with a, like a mouse in his ear. Like
Hmm.
there's nothing you can do. It's just so small that it can get in through your holes.
And people that have a fear of bugs, the idea is when I'm outside, there are bugs out there, and when you go into your house, it's sort of your safe haven. So when you
Hmm.
have bed bugs or something
There's
like
no
that,
safety from bugs.
yeah, then every time you go to sleep, you're freaked out about them. I mean, I'm sure you'll still see something on your mattress occasionally and be like, "What is it?" And it's like a piece of lint. Because
No, I don't do that.
I have that because
I don't.
my eye is just triggered by just seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah,
sort of
once you see them once, it's like easier to spot them.
yeah, for sure. I've never. I'm so glad I never had them, but
It's not that bad.
I mean, I could get rid of them. So I'm
How
if
do you do it?
uh, I just spray. Take off all the linens, launder everything, high heat, treat all the baseboards, treat around your mattress corners.
Treat it with what?
Uh, there's a product called Crossfire. That's probably what I would use nowadays.
Yes.
But
What is in it?
pyrethrins maybe is the thing that kills them. I don't know.
Okay, some chemical thing?
Yeah.
Is it like a powder or a spray?
What I would use is spray.
Okay.
Yeah, the products they have them on the label,
So you just crossfire the whole fucking room?
pretty much, and then you just let it dry, and then it's good. Because all the products are the thing about bed bugs, which makes them hard to kill compared to other bugs, is most bugs, like if I spray for ants, an ant walks through what I sprayed in like 2 days later, feels it on its feet, and the way they clean their feet because it'll hurt it or whatever, irritate it, and they clean it with their mouth. They ingest it and die. Bed bugs do not clean them. They'll walk through it and they don't clean themselves with their mouth.
They'll just lose their legs.
So you have to spray, you have to make sure you hit the actual bed bug with, you can do it with like Windex or alcohol, but you have to actually spray. You can't just like spray it and they walk through it later and die. You have to actually hit the areas that they're like in. To,
So crossfire doesn't work if they just walk through it.
yeah, I don't think like really anything
So you
would
have to
work
spray them
except for like
directly.
DDT. Yeah, so you
Because it's
really,
hard to find them.
yeah, you have to like go through the whole room, spray every crack. That's why you do like every baseboard crack because you're not sure if there's a few in there or
So
whatever.
you're hoping to spray them directly.
Pretty much. Like, and then honestly, what I do is I'll like first go through and pop and kill everyone I can find with my gloves. Because it's like the idea is I got to kill as many like so that's the first I'll go through, try to find them, and when I find a little cluster of them, I don't even spray it. I make sure they're dead with my hands in a paper towel and I kill a bunch with my hands, and then once I get done doing that, then I spray.
Well, if they just fed, they're like plump and
Yeah,
puppy.
it's really gross. Yeah. But I
But
tried
if
to
they're hungry, then they're like empty.
clear. They're like translucent, yeah.
Uh,
And it's tough. Then they get
yeah,
their
I
eggs
mean,
and
I
stuff.
tried everything, but the thing that finally worked was the thing that you just release. It's like a little circle, and it just sprays into the air.
And they do heat treatments, which are really effective, but they're just really expensive.
Yeah, I tried the heat thing. I tried to get my apartment or my van as hot as possible, and
Yeah.
it didn't really work.
Yeah, you got to get it really like if we, I've never done it, but when you do it in an apartment, you have to like tape up and like you have to like prepare the apartment to be heated
Yeah,
in a certain way or something.
you don't want the heat to escape.
Yeah, no, I don't think you want it to like I think it'll like fuck things up. I don't know. It's like a really and then some people still do fumigation stuff. And then recently, because we had to learn about it when I like update my license points for my some guy did a fumigation and they left you're supposed to cordon off the whole unit, and they left it a little bit open or something, and it leaked upstairs, and it killed like 3 people or something. So fumigation, and it works, but it's like really dangerous.
Yeah.
Uh,
Kills everything.
yeah, and especially if you're like asleep and don't know you're like inhaling it or whatever. And then who knows? I've been doing it for so long, dude. Like, I'm actually my dad owned a pest control business. Um, and then I started working when I was like 15 on the side for him. I would not be surprised if I get cancer sometimes. Like, I'm serious. Like,
Yeah.
I've been dealing with the count, and I use PPE, but not all the way. Sometimes, I'll be like fogging for mosquitoes, and I just don't throw the mask on or whatever. Like, so we'll
Yeah.
see.
Maybe you built up a tolerance.
I definitely it. I don't know. I'm just really hoping I don't get like early onset like kidney failure or something from all the. What really is dangerous is the concentrates before you mix it or whatever.
Hmm.
So I always try not to get that on myself. But
Yeah.
um,
Maybe you're like a super soldier
maybe,
and you're impervious to chemical attacks.
maybe I really hope so. It feels like mosquitoes never bite me, so that might be
What if
something.
you're like a Jew in the concentration camps and they gas you and you're
Yeah,
like, hey,
they come in the room and I'm just the only one.
yeah,
Yeah,
you guys want me to go back or
it's weird, being, and I think anyone, carpenters, plumbers, I think all those people are, when you do it for so long, you're at a high risk of, I mean, I'm in drop ceilings all the time, breathing in like rodent feces and insulation. So
yeah.
really hoping I don't
That's
have,
how some scientists died, is they were studying bats and they flew over them and shit all over them.
really.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
and that's
dangerous.
toxic because
Yeah.
they're basically rats.
Yep. Hantavirus is what you can get from rat feces. And it's,
Mhm.
once it's like in you, I think it's kind of like rabies where like, if you don't get it treated immediately, you go to the hospital and they're like, we can't, you're just gonna die. So like within 3 days, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So
Yeah,
hopefully it'll never
scary.
happen to me.
Yeah.
But
Did you hear about Akash Singh?
I did. I saw some of that. I occasionally delve into those YouTube waters of documentaries on comedians.
Apparently, they did a podcast today with his wife.
Really?
Yeah, and the first question was, "What frat party do you not want me? Should I not send my daughter to?" And
Wait, so
she
was
was
it
like,
Akash and her, or was it her on
"Yeah."
a different?
It was like the whole gang and his wife.
Is it to promote his special? It feels like weirdly. Sometimes
You
stuff like
think he
this.
had a terrible relationship and got manipulated by a woman so that he could promote his special?
I just always err on the side of like, and this is actually a flaw of mine, is I'm always thinking like, nah, this isn't.
You're white and you always look for conspiracy theories.
No, I like look. I'm like always thinking people are looking too far
Do you think
into it.
people are or you are?
People like I think people are looking at all the negative, and I bet it's not as bad as it
Oh, his
sounds.
relationship?
Just any situation like that where people are like calling someone out, my brain always goes to. And then sometimes I've just been wrong. I don't want to name, but there'll be like a situation where a comedian gets like outed for like having sex with underage girls, and in my head I'm like, it probably wasn't going on. And then like a year
Yeah, I
later, you're like,
mean, that's just natural because, like, when everyone is saying one thing so vehemently,
yeah,
then it's like, oh, you're probably wrong if you're this worked up about it. Well, the world is fine the way it is. And then it turns out, hey, Harvey Weinstein did rape a bunch of people.
yep, yeah. So it didn't look good, but
She was just, I mean, it's not like anything horrible. She didn't like hurt any, I mean, besides the cause. It's not like she, like, did anything horrible. She was just like a kind of a slutty wife.
yeah. And the only weird thing was, and again, I never heard him say this, but through one of these YouTube things, said that they were like virgins when they met or something, which like would be not true based on what she's saying. It's just stuff like that where it's like,
Well, maybe she was just like really flirty, but didn't put out because
yeah,
she's
yeah,
Indian and they're like a little more conservative
yeah. So
about sex.
it's so weird to think that now Kosh is like obviously makes a lot of money, but like if you're above like a club headliner, now there's just people that will just
Judge your
and
relationships.
make a 20
It's like
minute
it's not that bad.
make a 20-minute
It's
documentary.
it's like a like a normal bad relationship where the
Yeah.
woman has way too much power.
It's just funny, like, okay, I'm
She's
doing the
very
funny
beautiful.
bone in Columbus, and there's a guy who spent 8 hours making a 15-minute documentary on some part of my life. It's like you're not even a movie star or anything. You're literally a
Yeah,
very
like you're
acceptable.
allowed to have shitty relationships if you're not famous.
Yeah. But it's like
Like,
the
what if we did that to like the people criticizing Akash's relationship? I would love to see their
oh
relationship
yeah, obviously.
because
I
poor
mean,
people have the stupidest, most fucked up relationships.
yeah, and that's the whole thing with like any
They're like, hey, have a relationship for us to be impressed by.
just being terminally online in general makes me suspect that if anyone ever cared about what's going on in your life, it's probably, I can only imagine. Like, I don't know though, but people make a career. Like, I don't know how much money some of those bigger YouTube documentarians just totally focused on like podcast and comedian drama, but it's such a big industry now. It's funny how there's like this parallel industry of like shitting
Yeah.
on it and like cutting out the legs of people.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's suffering, so they're like, let's take down happy people and people that are trying to make us happy.
It happens to Twitch streamers too, or
We
like,
don't deserve they don't think they deserve to be happy, so they
yeah,
take down comedians. So like no one should laugh anymore because
yeah.
I'm miserable.
And I think it starts from a point of a lot of times it's like someone just personally doesn't find someone funny who's
Yeah.
having a lot of success.
Hmm.
And then they're like, I'm going to do everything I can to invalidate this person.
I'm gonna prove that they're not funny.
Yeah. Through a documentary or whatever. It's like you could have spent all that time making a beautiful documentary on like something you love, but I guess that might not get as much.
Yeah, I mean, people are, it's easier to be motivated by hate. You know, it's just anyone can be motivated by hate. It's harder to make something out of love,
Yeah.
especially if you have no love in your life because the government has no basic social safety nets.
I hated the truth.
And you feel like, oh, they don't even provide me enough to survive. Fuck these people. Or like, why should they get to have fun when I
Yeah.
can barely survive? They think that's just the way of the world. It's like everyone's being mean and taking away food from each other.
Yeah, I do feel grateful, even though the pest control thing, it's not like I'm making Boku bucks, but it's nice to have some type of a trade that I can do because, working retail or whatever, it's just like you don't even make enough money to put away and you're just waiting until you need like a surgery or something and then you're completely fucked. It's nice to have a job where it's like, now that I've bought this MacBook, I don't really have much, but I shouldn't have bought the MacBook, but I really wanted it. So,
Yeah, it's good. You just have to make it once, and
yeah.
then it doesn't matter how much you wasted before.
Yep. Next year, I'm gonna try to do a lot of. I'm gonna try to use the MacBook to do video content. I have a
Next year, oh, I guess it's in four
yeah.
weeks.
It's sort of and starting now. I'm thinking of doing a cooking thing with my girlfriend. She cooks a lot, and I have
Yeah.
like the worst. I'm like a
Oh,
chicken
I
nugget.
thought you meant you're gonna do like that incel type video where you just cook girls and own them.
Yeah.
Just be like, what you said earlier that you wanted me to do the dishes. That's your job, bitch.
She was
Just
like,
own
if,
her.
if I could make enough money for us both to live comfortably, my girlfriend would love to be, I think, a domestic. But it's like, not if you're making $60,000 a year, and then we have to live like peasants. I'm not going to just stay at home, and I'm not going to do it if you make me go out to work every day. So hopefully someday I'll make enough money where she can be the nice.
She can be a subjugated woman.
I think the dream for me is make enough money where my wife can volunteer her time to improve the community and doesn't need to make money. You know what I mean? Like where she can like do things,
You want her to
be
just help
be,
shelter dogs,
be involved in local politics or volunteer her time to like
just do
children in
silly
need.
women things,
I mean, I
like
think
help the community.
yeah. And then I'm making whatever, at least
You're
one.
keeping alive a helpful member of society through your evil business.
Yes, exactly. Hopefully someday. But
I think women should just actually be human beings instead of just trying to be a support system for another person.
well, I think a lot of women are. That's certainly what my girlfriend
I
does.
mean, how many men are out there being like, I just want to support someone else doing cool things with their lives?
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe we need that. Maybe we need like half of the people supporting and half of the people actually doing shit.
I think there's a lot more like women now that are self-motivated and like, you know what I mean? But there are
Yeah.
still, and there probably are a lot of men. If my girlfriend's career took the fuck off and she was making a ton of money and she needed me to, I'd be like, all right, well, I'll just do stand up like 2 nights a week or something.
You would love to be a support.
I wouldn't love it, but in today's world, I mean, you got to do what you got to do to get by, man. I don't want to
You're
fucking
like, what
die.
is the world doing now? Let me shape my life to that.
Well, it's just sometimes you got to just the nature of
You're adaptable.
absolutely. I'm pretty
It's
adaptable.
evolution.
Yeah.
It's not about the fittest, it's the most adaptable.
Yeah. And with me and her, it's just, she's like one of the only people I hang out with. So it's like,
Damn, okay, I guess we didn't hang out last Friday.
we've been hanging out a lot. I was really talking to her about like, it's nice to, she said, she was like, it's nice. Hans texts you to hang out. And a lot of your friends, I kind of complain to her sometimes that my other friends, I'll be like, I'm
Yeah,
always
like
hitting them up.
Jesse Burlingame.
I'm always hitting them up. They never want to fuck, or like I have to like, so it is nice to open up a text that I didn't have to like hey, what are you doing today? It's nice to get the invite.
It should be 50-50.
Totally. That's what I try. I'm trying to be a better person in
Wow,
general. I know
that's great.
no one's ever said that before, but
You're trying to make your girlfriend a housewife,
I'm just
and
trying
that
to
makes
work.
you better than
Re-
us.
no, makes me,
Well, I wish my girlfriend would just fucking quit her job,
yeah.
but she loves that thing so much.
Well, that's good too.
But
Yeah.
it's like a cult. It's like sucks away all your time and energy.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, but you're useful to this Fortune 500 company.
I do think about that, how like it's so sad that like I got 4 days off and I spent so much time with my girlfriend, and it is sad that because we're both working and we're both going to try to save and get to the next step in life,
Yeah.
that the cost of that is seeing her for 40 minutes a day, maybe.
Do you
Like,
not live together?
no, not totally. She'll live with me a lot of time, but she helps her aunt and uncle who are quite old. So she kind of lives with them and house sits and does stuff for them.
Wow.
Um, but just, like when you're both working, the time it just
Yeah.
sucks all your time together. And like
It ruins your life.
all you want to do is wake up
You
and
don't get to
relax with
do what you want to do.
this one person. Yeah.
It's like I did all this work to not have an office job, and then I fucking date someone that has this schedule, so I'm like stuck on that schedule.
Well, it's temporary, and I'm sure even if she doesn't want to quit now, it probably puts her at ease knowing that.
It's just crazy how they like have to do it for like, like 48 weeks a year for the rest of their life, and there's no end to this. Like you'd never get a break. You know
Yeah.
how much time she spends like working? It's like it's crazy. It's like this you could have done so much instead of just like, being like a pencil pusher.
I know, but
But
that's life.
yeah, that's what's profitable. It's like us just being like little cogs in the machine.
Yeah, and I guess I sometimes when I do pest control, I'm just grateful I'm not in like a textile mill or something. Even though it sucks, like it
Like
is.
the worst job
There's
in the 1920s.
there's been some progress at least. I don't know, but that's just that's kind of
Well,
that's
if you look at
coping.
the productivity increase in the modern American worker and then the compensation, it doesn't match.
Yeah, I never really thought about it. And you brought it up earlier. That is funny to think about because people complain like, "Oh, work from home, all this stuff." But it's like I think everything is working smoother than it's ever worked,
It's
ever. So to complain that people like working from home is a small conciliatory, whatever benefit,
conciliatory.
conciliatory benefit to being like,
Yeah.
"Look, we make you so much money. Can I at least do my laundry while I'm working or
Well,
something?"
it's so weird because they use the argument of like, oh, this will make us more money, so this is better. But like from work from home, no, you need to increase the company culture by, doing something super inconvenient for no reason. It's like, okay, then why don't you pay us more if you want us to have a better office culture or whatever, instead of just like making us
And some companies
do
that are on
menial
the
tasks.
up and up will do that. Like they'll be known as a great place to work.
Hmm.
But then I think they reach a certain size, and the only place they see to make cuts, it's obviously not going to be their check.
They all become bought out by
Yeah.
investors and shit.
Because like Austin is a cool hub for smaller companies that startups that are probably really fun to work at. But if they become really successful, they'll immediately become just like every other giant company or whatever.
Maybe.
I do pest control in these offices. I go around. It's like you go into them. It's fucking sea of desks. There's two people there. Like nobody's in the fridge is
Yeah.
stocked with like Red Bulls and beers
What
and stuff.
a what a great thing. We can free up all this space
It's
that
just
all these
weird.
offices were in.
It's just weird. Like there just got to be a better use for Oh, like there's so much office
Yeah,
space
to
in
think of
Austin.
how many comedy clubs we could fit into Austin.
It's true. They should put those in the break rooms of just a little glass window, and they should have a comedian there.
Oh my
You can do
God.
crowd work while you're in
You have
there.
to do the same office.
Like you
You
have
have
to
to,
clock in like a
oh,
work.
look, it's Benji
It's not bad.
getting coffee again. This coffee guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think AI is going to take it over, and then we're all going to be stand-up comedians and DJs. We have a head start. We're actually doing what we want to do and getting good at an art form, which is all the future is going to be.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's always going to be some, I don't know. It's like I feel like when you buy a car, you'll always want to talk to a person.
Okay.
But maybe I'm wrong.
So,
I don't
I
know.
mean, how is that different from pursuing the arts?
I just think there's like certain, I don't know.
Oh, you want like a car dealer to sell you a car?
Yeah, there's just certain industries like where you just, I feel like you're always going to want a
Car
customer.
dealerships are the most fucked up industry.
But like, I don't know. When I'm buying one, I like a guy to make me feel like I'm making the right decision. I don't want just a robot to be like, this is the best.
I would much prefer a robot that's like, I'm not cheating you. These are the numbers. This is the cheapest I can go.
I think that's the
You
fun
want
of
a
buying a
fucking
car. You can kind of like,
schmarmy, slick backed hair guy to trick you and try to finger your butthole.
yeah. And then it's like, but like mechanics, we're still a long way away from. There's always gonna have to
AI
be a guy
mechanics.
that fixes your car. It's not gonna be a robot anytime
Maybe we
soon.
can get rid of cars.
Yeah, that's absolutely true, actually.
Denser housing and denser neighborhoods. Squeeze everything together so you don't have to walk as far.
And just Uber drones. I don't think we're far away from. They just come down, you clip it to yourself, and they just pick you up and just put you where you gotta go. That's gotta be.
Imagine slamming into the side of a building.
I don't know. They're pretty good. These
I'd
the
want a bubble. Put
Yeah.
me in a bubble and then am I like dangling from the drone or am I like right underneath it?
In my head, it's a dangle situation, but maybe like one of the suspended roller coasters. You're like,
And then when you get to your destination, you just pendulum until you stop.
yeah. But I need a car. I gotta sell my shit car, and then I gotta buy a new car. That's coming over the horizon now. I'm not looking forward to dealing with all that.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, do you think that Europe is more advanced than America?
I have no idea. I've never been. It looks nice in the pictures that I see.
What do you think about high-speed trains?
Fucking wish Houston, Dallas,
Dallas, San
Austin
Antonio.
had a. It makes no sense that there isn't one to me, but
Yeah. Imagine how many people die on the way to those cities on Texas's lawless highways.
yeah. Yeah,
They're
it is
like,
weird.
hey, if you can't drive, then don't drive. If you're not going to pay attention 24/7 every second you're driving, then don't drive. It's like these blind ADD motherfuckers have no choice.
Hmm.
Build proper infrastructure if you don't want blind people driving.
Yeah, like Denver is like a 2 hour flight, and I just think to myself, like, I feel like a high speed train that ran through Denver and down to Texas, I feel like it would be a great investment for somebody. I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of people would use that. Than having to go,
How much would that cost?
I have no idea.
You don't know?
What countries
Yeah.
have Japan has one, a really good one, right?
Yeah.
What countries have a high speed railway system like that is actually significant?
Germany?
Does it? Yeah.
I don't know.
Just guessing.
China? Definitely.
Okay.
Korea has one.
Yeah.
KTX.
We got an Amtrak, but it's kind of
Yeah. It's old.
yeah, and it's weird because it's like as expensive as a flight or
But it's
more.
longer.
Yeah.
It's like 40 hours to Chicago.
Yeah.
But I want to do it one day. I think that'd be cool.
I want to too. I
Like
want.
a sleeper car.
Yeah.
And just see the parts of the country that nobody gets to see because it's not a highway.
I would like to do it as well. My girlfriend's brother is a conductor for Amtrak, I believe, or an engineer or something. Maybe he can get me a discount.
I think highways are so inefficient. They're so wide too. People just act like it's a narrow strip. It's like fucking two football fields wide. Imagine all this shit we have to destroy as opposed to a fucking railroad.
Hmm.
Ugh, fucking love railroads.
Yeah, and they're just constantly every
polluting.
state I've ever lived in, the highway is always under construction 100% of the time. There's just never
Yeah.
been a completed highway ever. In Massachusetts, they
That's like
put
a joke on a meme. It's like in Seattle, it was always be like I-5, always be working on yourself,
yeah,
even if it's inconvenient to others.
and they added toll booths in Massachusetts in like the 70s, and they said it was temporary just to pay for the cost of the
Yeah,
Mass Pike, and they're just permanent. They're just like
that's the East Coast.
we were kidding about that. They're actually just permanent
Remember
now.
Governor Chris Christie in New Jersey who fucking shut down a lane on a bridge just because the people there didn't vote for him?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember this at
Oh
all.
my God. That's probably because your East Coast media censoring harmful information.
I don't know things because I have very little retaining ability of information, so I may have
Mm.
heard it and forgotten, or two, I'm so out of the loop. I don't read
You
anything.
don't care about things that are going around.
I started scanning Google News occasionally while I'm working, just going down the
Oh.
a couple weeks ago, so I'm getting there. I don't click on it. Well, you click on the fucking link and you read four words and it's like subscribe. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Subscribe to like
information is hard to get to.
it's not even New York Times. It's some random ass fucking. Can I
You
just
should
read?
listen to Hasanabi, maybe.
You think that's good source? I've been listening to Kurt Metzger's podcast,
That's also a source.
getting the real. He just talks a lot about like alien abduction and
I
shit.
don't know how relevant that is.
It's not, but it makes me scared. He'll talk about stuff, and I literally be laying in bed, being like, I really hope that he's wrong.
Is that like is like general like outlook on life is that it's scary out there and there's forces we can't control that are trying to
he
probe you?
he's so flippant with it that, and it kind of, but
Well,
like,
he used to be Mormon.
yeah, and he's so like he just talks about all this like dark shit that's happening, and he's so like doesn't seem scared of it. He seems just like interested and like, but all it does to me when I listen to it is like when I'm up late at night, I'll just be like, I really hope none of that shit is true because it's really fucking terrifying. He was talking about gray aliens that walk through walls and they just grab you and they drag you through the
How's
wall.
that different from like a movie description? Like that it's like
Cause he like
is there
fucking
any proof? Does he lay down any
anytime anyone challenges him or anything, he's like has all these like sources and information. He's pretty convincing.
Oh, really? You think the Air Force didn't release the documents because there was nothing to hide?
Yeah. Well, and also I'm just such a fan that it's like compelling to me and I'll listen to him talk about it. It's kind of why like I had to stop. There's certain podcasters that I had to stop listening to because I like them so much, but then it'll like my view on society will be, Sam Hyde being one of them. Like you listen to him for like an hour and then you're like, yeah, everyone fucking sucks and poor people are to blame. And then you're like, no,
Poor people are to blame.
I just think this guy is a good sketch writer and now I'm getting too into his.
Were you there when we watched his TEDx talk?
Oh yeah, yeah, it was. That's so fucking funny. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's like the perfect outlet for his like goofery.
Yeah.
He's like anti-authoritarian, and that's like the perfect place for that. But now the world went like the Trump route, and now he's like, like he has to go further than the crazy Trump supporters.
Yeah, and there's just certain people that, even like this is a much different thing, but like Nick Mullen I love, but I noticed that when I used to listen to Come Town a lot, I would have this outlook cynical on stand up. I'd be like, because that's how he feels.
Yeah.
And then it occurred to me like I don't feel like that. I still have this like youthful
Yeah. Well,
enjoyment of
that kind of attitude towards life is very contagious.
yeah, because it's
Like,
cool and
who
I
the
think it's
fuck cares?
funny.
I'm at some open mic getting yelled at by a fucking dyke.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I literally like there's some people that I just need to enjoy their output, like whether it's Sam's sketches or
You
Nick
know, like
stand
who
up.
they are
I don't
and
need
the
to listen to
mood they're in.
a 4 hour conversation every week with them. Rogan's another good example. When there's a good guest on there now, I still listen to it. But I just got to the point where I was like, I don't need that much of one person's voice in my head all the time, you know?
Um, yeah, well, I don't understand what you mean by that because I love Joe Rogan.
I love him too, but I
But
listened to him for like 5 years in a row, like
I mean,
every
I listen
episode.
to like Hasanabi a lot, and that's just like even though he's boring at times and he drones on and he like gets distracted by people calling him a fucking loser or
And
whatever,
a
and he
dog
goes on
abuser
one
or
hour
whatever.
stem locks.
Yeah.
It's like I know where he's coming from, and like I know that like as a foundation, it's like so logically unassailable.
Yeah.
That it's like no matter what he says, like I know like at the root of it, it's coming from a good place.
And no source is going to be completely devoid of like bias or something, but I think just finding people that are at least trying, at least, their intentions are good, like you said. They're not like
Yeah.
willfully misleading people or
Yeah,
whatever.
like the Nelk boys.
Stunlog is a good way to describe how certain people. Kurt Metzger used to got stunlocked on like criticism and stuff, where someone would just
What do you mean?
yeah, he'd be like these YouTube commenters, and he'd be like, Kurt, why are you letting this get to you? You're
Yeah.
so much more talented than
It's
everyone.
like Don Quixote.
Yeah,
It's fighting the windmills
yeah,
instead of
it's a good term.
attacking Iraq.
It gets the best of us, dude.
Do you think Iraq was a good decision?
If dude, the numbers of Iraqi civilians that died in that it's insane. I was watching something a long time ago. It's like millions. It's great. It's
Yeah,
fucking
I
great.
think the number is 1,000,000.
And then it just ruined all everyone we sent over there to do it also was fucked up when they came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't seem and we certainly didn't achieve much. We could have at least,
I
gotten
think,
something done.
I mean, war can either be really profitable or not because you just get shit for free. Like, if people have been working on something, you just take it. That's yours.
And you can
But
stimulate the gears of war stimulates the
I think
economy.
I think that was just us with like a giant boner and nowhere to put it, so we just fucking stuck it in Iraq.
Well,
'Cause
I,
you're not just gonna jerk off.
I saw this YouTube video recently where this Israeli politician slash war hero walked into like a classroom and all the younger students were like,
Oh, they're like,
and people are like, rightfully shitting on them. But I was like,
it was like them trying to freak out.
but I was like old enough, I was only like 11 or whatever, but like 2002, 2003, I was old enough to realize that like a lot of America was like that about going,
Bush.
yeah, going to the Middle East and being like, yeah,
Yeah, it was exciting.
they were like, that's
I mean,
our,
you can just do what you normally do, and your country is at war. It's like, fuck, I'm at war.
yeah. And they were just like, that's our fucking, that's what we're doing. Like,
So
those are our
you're
heroes.
saying you don't support troops that served in Iraq and Afghanistan. You learn about that and you treat them worse because you think they're part of an evil empire.
I just think most troops are poor people who didn't have a lot of options, and it is a good way to get an income and to set your future up. And unfortunately, you're just taking advantage. So I would never blame on an individual. If you're like a rich kid who wanted to be a grunt, that's kind of
Like
weird.
Pat Tillman.
Yes.
You hate Pat Tillman.
But it is weird to be like, not only do I want to be in the military, because my brother's friend went to be in the military and he wanted to kind of be a grunt, but he took the test and he scored too high on it. And so when they realize you're an intelligent person, they separate you into military
Into a
intelligence
safe place.
where you brief people and you
You
do shit
can,
like that.
yeah, office jobs are a great way to dull someone's morals and sensitivities.
So if you're smart and educated and you end up on the front lines, a lot of times it feels like I don't think, I understand a poor person having to do that, but it is weird when someone's like, I want to fight in a war. If you're just like,
I
look,
mean,
this is the only way I'm ever going to go to college. This is the only way I'm ever going to be a doctor or something.
okay, but what if they enjoy it? What
Think
if they signed up because they're poor, but they also enjoyed it and now they're psychopaths?
it's good to have an outlet for it, I guess. I don't know.
Iraq,
Yeah.
just go crazy over there. When you come back, get your shit together. I don't want you doing that shit here, unless you're a police officer.
Well, that's the big problem is how many police officers are the militarization of police forces where like
Yeah,
in the 70s they didn't look like military forces and now they're like
yeah.
all
Now we
ex-military.
actually have military in cities.
And when they're walking through the city, they have still the PTSD of when they were walking through like Baghdad, and so they're treating the members of their community
Yeah,
like they're militant
yeah. It's like, you know how
opposing
the
forces.
Republicans are always like, we don't want immigrants because we don't want to turn into a third world country. But you have like people that, basically colonized Iraq, just walking around doing the same thing here, making us a third world country with their authoritarianism.
Hmm.
So why are you so concerned about people being poor here and not like the actually worst part of being over there is America fucking with you? Like we are a third world country because we have like the American police doing what
Yeah.
they did in Iraq here.
Yeah, and just I remember when I was young hearing the whole concept of blowback from like Ron Paul because they would convince you that terrorists were just attacking us because
For no reason.
They hated America. They
They
see
hated our
American flag,
freedoms.
they see women driving cars and they're like, I hate that. And then you
I
learn
hate that.
Ron Paul's like, no, they're militant groups that we armed in like the 90s to fight against someone we didn't like. And then,
We took over their country.
yeah, we've been fucking with them for so long that if you kick a bee's nest, a hornet's nest enough times, some of the hornets are going to come find you.
Yeah.
So,
Fucking Iran.
yeah.
We fucked up Iran.
And yeah, and I remember hearing that even as a young kid and being like, there's definitely a lot of merit. I'm not going to say it
Yeah. Like
explains 100%
it's
of it.
like it's such a lie that when you hear the truth once, it just sticks with you.
Yeah.
You can't get it out of your head.
And of course, Ron Paul is immediately labeled as like, you're crazy if you support this guy. And now his son is somewhat supported, right? What's his son?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of issues with him
Rand.
though. Like he doesn't want to like cut the taxes on the rich because like they deserved it and they earned it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to be. That's why I get weird about even politicians that I might support more than others. The
Like AOC.
Yeah, but the thing where people get like the same way my dad is about Trump, where it's just like that's my guy. People get that way about like AOC, and I'm like, you got to be very suspicious of everybody because they just all will have, even if they're not there yet, they're very easily corrupted. Either,
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean, the whole point of freedom is that you can do what you want, not like rely on someone else to do it for you. We don't need like role models or, like fucking kings. We
yeah,
could
it shouldn't
just
be looked at
fucking,
as like a church where like this person's beyond reproach. This is our perfect
yeah.
person because
Yeah,
that's
everything falls into our Christian programming where like we need a God, we need a Mary.
yeah,
It's like just think for yourself and support them when they do the right thing.
and try to hold them accountable when they do the wrong thing or whatever. But
But yeah, it's like if you don't support AOC 100%, you're basically voting for Trump.
yeah, well, who knows? It's
I think we should run the world in America like Sim City and just get the perfect settings just to have like have people stay alive and be able to be educated enough to, and like there's things that are obvious that a good city should have, and we're just against that because a lot of it is like we don't want to live with the poor people that we imported into this country to do our labor for us.
or like my dad's big on he'll be like, you put this much money into welfare, but then there's a bunch of people who are like exploiting it. But then I'll be
Oh
like, well, I would
no.
rather some people exploit the system so that the people who actually need the money
Yeah,
might get it.
because it's horrible if that doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, but my dad grew up super super poor, and he has that thing where he got his way out of it. So it kind of makes you convinced that anyone who can't is like it's
Yeah,
partly their own fault or whatever. And it's kind
yeah,
of hard to get that out of an old person when because then I'll try to say something and he'll be like, well, you're my son. And the only reason you're living the life you're fucking living is because I like r- literally dragged our family out of poverty from the age of like 20 to the age of 40.
yeah.
And so it's kind
It's
of
like
like,
everyone should do it the way I did it.
yeah, kind of pretty much also, but that's disregarding. And I used to even kind of think this was wrong. And I think it was just me trying not to be overwhelmed by the actual facts of it. It is fucking so much harder, so much more expensive to buy a house now, so much harder to do all those things. And I've resisted that idea in my own head because I don't want to like kind of like,
Blame
'cause-
outside forces.
yeah, I want to always believe that I can do it. Um, but it is crazy to think of, you know what I mean? Just look at like, I don't
Well,
like,
just because you want to think like everyone can make it on their own doesn't mean it's true. Like that is a great way to think, but that
yeah.
doesn't mean that's the economic situation out there.
And I just hear sometimes I'll just be in that mode of all I'll see online is people like me, like, well, boomers had it so much easier. And then I'll always want to resist that notion. But it really is like, I mean, the price of going to college in like the 80s, even when you adjust for inflation, was
Yeah.
fucking crazy low. And so it is just a lot, people just blame it on, the meme is don't buy Starbucks every day. And sometimes I'm guilty of that. So I'll be like, well, it's my fault that I haven't saved enough money and shit.
But
But,
if you're buying Starbucks every day and you're poor, that means you didn't make enough money to begin with. Like that's not gonna help anything.
and I'm fucking getting Starbucks. So I have to wake up at 6 and I'm
Yeah,
out
it's like
until
the
4
one
p.m.
benefit of
Yeah.
this horrible work life we have.
Yeah, next year a big goal of mine is to really live like monk like and cook everything and see how much money I can really get in my hand. So to see how much of it is my fault and how much of it is, and I'm gonna find
Why
that
don't you just blame the system and live your life?
because you blame the system, it doesn't fucking, it's not gonna get more money in my pocket. The
Well,
only thing
it
I
just
can
gives you a
do,
more realistic outlook on the world instead of like changing your life to be more monk-like. You just fucking do whatever you want, and
I just feel like it's I can't give in to the cope or something. I have to like the only thing that keeps me going at my job is thinking that I'm not spinning my wheels even when I am. So gonna try my best, but we'll see.
I mean, what is life? Like just doing art all day? Like, is that even preferable?
Yeah, I don't know. I've found that it is nice. My days are better when even when I hate my fucking job or I'm getting frustrated to just approach it with like the gratefulness of wow, I am alive and me and my girlfriend are healthy and we have a lot of great moments
Yeah, I
together.
mean, it's not the Holocaust.
Yeah. So, and it does make my outlook on everything way more. And it probably helps that my dopamine is sort of getting to average level after quitting Adderall and all this shit. I'm starting to get back to like enjoying a nice breeze. For a few months after I stopped, I
Wow,
just couldn't.
a breeze.
Yeah.
Imagine having workers' rights. Instead, you're just satisfied by a breeze.
I know it does upset me that like
Maybe life is too good and like the normal things are just so overwhelmingly stimulating that we just can't fight for our rights just
yeah.
because life is so amazing.
Well, I just wish, at the very least, it would not, I've heard Tim Dillon say the thing like it used to be the government would get into wars. He has this nice rant that went viral, and he's like, the government would get us into fake wars, and we'd all let them do it because we could all buy a house. Now they're still doing all this shit and lying to us, but nobody is getting the extra benefits of
Hmm.
living in America. And I do feel like that some ways, where it's like if I could just get the things I know it's selfish, but that I wanted, then I would really be able to turn a blind eye to the global impact of our country.
Yeah.
But I don't even get
They're
that
not
shit.
bribing you enough.
Not at all. I mean, my fucking life is
Well,
everything
that's
is.
the whole Afghan situation where they served for us and like betrayed their people and like
Yes.
fucking murdered their own citizen and they come back here and they're like, this life sucks.
Hmm.
Why did I fight for this lifestyle?
I
I'm
have to be a
poor in
trucker
America.
for 80 hours a week now and
Imagine
get
being
spit on
poor
by
in like the
people.
worst Western country to be poor in.
Yeah.
Like, congratulations, you're poor in America now. Like, that's gonna make anyone crazy.
I mean, and I don't know. I'm hoping AI does not the doomsday scenario where we're just going to have more unemployed people than ever and have favelas. I hope it does the opposite where everybody can enjoy some level. But
I
based
mean,
on
either we're
history,
all gonna die and it's just gonna be the 20,000 billionaires, or we're gonna have a revolution.
well, that's nice. Then either way, I won't have to really worry about it. That's kind of nice. It would be
Yeah,
cool to die in a Matrix type fight against an
maybe.
actual robot. It would be fun.
Maybe they're just gonna sterilize us and they're gonna be like, hey, we did this. There's nothing you can do. It's irreversible, but we'll just make sure you live nice lives till you die, and then after that, we don't have to pay anyone anymore.
Well, that's sometimes what I struggle with is the spiritual pain of and you have to make your choices or whatever, so it's not 100% on anyone else or society, but like I would love to have a child, but with working and then pursuing stand like all the stuff you have to pick and choose what things you're willing to regret or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like I probably will never have a family, but I feel like if it was in the 80s or 90s, even if I wasn't making it in stand up with my job, I would still be able to kind of figure that out and get a house and a family. But
Yeah.
now it's like it's one or the other, man. You have to either go for something that you really want and sacrifice. I would love to. I mean, I really want children, but I don't think it's gonna happen because I just
Yeah.
am never gonna have enough money to really do it in the way that I think you
It's
should.
not it's not a good decision. You're gonna, you
Yeah.
know, have like a child in a bad situation.
And it'll ruin like, I would love to have a child, but not at the expense of my relate like, you know what I mean? I don't want
Yeah.
to grow to love my partner less because of the resentment over, you know what I mean?
Well, I think the worst part of this like wealth distribution is how many like NPCs and shitty people we create and road ragers.
Hmm.
Imagine if like everyone was like 10 IQ points smarter, a little bit nicer. Like the world would be such a better place.
Or maybe 10 IQ points less because of the 70s they had leaded gasoline and I feel like everyone was nice back then, right?
No,
No?
no. I think crime rates were really high back
Oh
then.
yeah, that is true. Yeah. Yeah, it is It is weird to deal with, and I even
I
yesterday I
mean,
was working and I was trying to get home, and as I'm on the outside of this building doing this stuff, one of the tenants of the apartment building started talking to me.
yeah.
And within 2 minutes in my head, I'm just like, I wish this fucking guy wasn't fucking talking to me right now. But then in my head, I had to be like, why can't I just be a normal fucking person? That's
This
like,
is supposed to be enjoyable.
yeah, happy to have an interact. This guy was well meaning, but he's kind of talking my ear off or whatever. But just having more love, like we're so in these,
I hate that. Like
we're
that's
so
what poor
isolated.
people do is because they're like fucking traumatized and like human conversation is like such a delicate thing that if any little thing is wrong, you just fucking your brain goes crazy.
Yeah, and I don't want to be that way. I want to be open to talking to people, and I want to be this. It's the phone is
It's
100%
it's
to
like
blame for it.
if people are like little bit bad, then it like taints like 14% more of the conversation and just like you're set up to be like, oh, I know what this is. This happened last time, and you just shut yourself off,
Yeah, and I have
especially after the pandemic.
exactly, and I have anxiety issues, so I think part of it is like when I have a conversation with you, I'm already like I have an established relationship with someone. We're gonna talk. It's good. When it's someone I don't know, in my head, the anxiety kind of just turns to like,
Worst case scenario.
yeah, I'm just like, why is this person talking to me? It's just like I don't want to fucking. But it's like
Yeah.
just I wish
But
I
it
could just
wasn't always like that.
yeah, I want to approach rooms of people I don't know with
Sometimes you're like,
open.
oh, there's a person there. What am I not going to talk to them and have a worse day? Like,
Yeah,
if you're trying to get the best day possible, it'd be like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. You're like, hello, post office man. Hello, teacher. You'd be saying hi to everyone.
and
But
how much of life have I missed out on being closed off to people? And even if it is annoying and he bothers me talking to me, why is it so bad to give 10 minutes of my day to make that guy's day? He's like 55. He probably lives alone. It was giving him pleasure talking to a new guy
yeah,
about feeding birds or whatever the fuck he was talking to me about. Like, why do I have to be such a. And I'm working on that. Like, you don't have to. You know what I mean? You can just give some of yourself away. It's not going to
yeah.
ruin my day, even if it is a
But
little
then if
annoying.
it's like like society is taking and taking from you, and now this guy is trying to take your time and your attention, you're like, fuck you, I don't have any time.
Yeah, I already hate the job. I'm already trying to rush home or
Yeah.
whatever. Yep. And
Just makes everyone shittier. It's like we could have such a better society, like just talking to people that you meet along your life. Like that would be worth it to pay extra in taxes just to have everyone be a little more chill.
I'm also learning that being a good person is not treating everyone with love when you're having your best day. Being a good person is doing that in the face of if I'm having a bad day or stressed out. Like, not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I want
That's
to be a
you
good
can't
person.
rely on people to do that
Well,
in
I just
general.
personally, I want to be
Yeah.
like,
But that's like a superhuman thing to get in a lot of shit and then output good.
I'm trying to do that. I'm
You have
trying to
to like
become that
turn all
guy.
this shit into good.
Yeah, I'm
It's like
really
it's easier to turn good into good.
it's easy to turn good into shit. Like you can get into that mode where people who have
Oh
great
yeah.
lives still suck.
Yeah.
But then you'll meet a person that has nothing that is that like they walk into a room and they brighten the room. I'd rather be closer to that. My first step is even if I have the toughest day at work, when I get home, I used to like kind of unload it on my girlfriend a little bit, just like venting or and my thing I do now is I don't care. Obviously, if I have to vent to someone, she's happy to hear it. But if I get home and I had a really tough day and she asked me how it was, I'm like, it was okay. It was kind of long. I really try to
You
not.
try to contain
She
the
doesn't need that.
radioactive waste
Yeah, she works. And then exactly, like, why am I, if it's already killing me, what is the help
spreading.
in giving it to her as well?
Yeah.
And then usually doing that,
Well,
you know?
sometimes it gives the other person an accurate portrayal of the world, and you're like, hey, by the way, the world sucks, and let me make you feel how much it sucks.
And I'll let her know. And
But you shouldn't do
if
that.
if I'm too tired to go to a movie that night because of work, I'll give her I won't like
You'll give her the short stick, short
I'll tell her, like I'll update her,
shrift.
but most of the time, if I get home, take a shower, then it's not bothering me nearly as much, and there was no reason to be texting her from work like they fucking added shit to my day. You know what I mean? It's like, and just in general, trying to bear a little more weight. Maybe it's like
Man
a
thing.
man, yeah, like I can bear a lot. My ancestors bore a lot more stress, and
Yeah.
my grandfather was always a jovial guy, even though I know he fucking hated his life. And just trying to do a little bit of that is
Yeah,
especially
that's
for her.
great.
She's so like,
But you can't mandate people do that.
of course,
And I
but
think a better, like if you're talking about government policies, it's just
yeah,
give them more material wealth.
yep.
But yeah, I mean, that's
And
That's
guys
how
like
you're
me get
supposed to
taken
live life, obviously.
guys like me probably get taken advantage of in the workforce. The guys who are like get shit shoveled on them and they're like, okay, I'll still be happy about
Yeah.
nope, not gonna let it get me down. That's also a great way for a person that's just looking
That's
at
why there's so many like influencers and life coaches that are just trying to like keep their workers happy while they don't do anything else.
yeah.
You can lean a lot on life and be like, hey, life is good, right? Okay, then
Or
we're gonna
that's
make it suck just a little bit.
suffering and being in service to something is like part of the human condition, which I do believe and I try
Yeah.
to but it is very easy to like get taken
Exploit.
advantage of or
Yeah.
something, yeah. Or you're just coping. But
Yeah, it's like we get all the worst parts of being a part of a larger thing and none of the benefits.
well, sometimes I get to watch comedy in the mothership for free, so that's good.
Why?
Sometimes you brought me in there before.
Yeah, we
Sit in
gotta
the back.
stop doing that.
I paid to see Bobby Kelly. I was very happy to do it.
We can't just get Heath Cordes to let you
Oh
in.
wait, no, I didn't pay. Someone did let me in.
Nice.
Shout outs. Maybe I shouldn't say that who let me in.
No, you're allowed. The
Riley.
comedian
Let me in.
comedians den of comedians.
Yeah, that was an amazing show.
Do you think we should maybe have like a revolution or a coup?
Um, I'd be happy if other people would like to do it for me, but I don't see myself being a major part of, despite my 70s sort of weather underground look right now. I don't think I would be a great member of a revolutionary group. Maybe though. Maybe it'll bring it out of me.
Yeah, maybe you could do the paperwork or the
That,
pest.
that
Oh,
would,
the pest control.
that's true.
The pests are an ethnic minority.
I think pest control guys, there's a lot of them in this country, and we have a lot of access to pesticides and rodent poison. We could,
You're the hidden junta.
I feel like you could drive to these gated communities and just pour a
You
bottle
want to gate them
into
all?
their drinking water or something. You
Yeah,
get
you guys have the keys.
keep them on alert or
You know
whatever.
how to get rid of unwanted vermin.
But I think a lot of people, it's I feel like I'm at that point where it's like I make just enough money where I would never risk my, you know what I mean? I'm
Yeah,
just happy enough where with my
they
phone
find
and
that
my
perfect
Twitch
balance.
where I'm not going to try to kill a politician, but I'm not
It's a
so
bell curve.
yeah. So I don't know.
Do you think that terrorism is sometimes justified?
I think the IRA seemed to that. I'm kind of I liked what they were doing over there, but that's just because
What, bombing British buses?
yeah. But I just like the aesthetic of maybe. See, I'm easily
Do you like
swayed.
white terrorists?
No, just I like a ski
Relic.
mask. Yeah, and a Molotov. There's certain types of terrorism where aesthetically it pleases me,
Yeah, because it's in your culture.
but a
Suicide vest.
suicide vest to me is a little. It's a little kitschy, you know.
Yeah,
It's a little tacky to me.
you don't like people making the ultimate sacrifice.
I think it's I'm sort of subscribed. I know I've heard other people talk about this that obviously there is an issue with random mass violence in this country and stuff, but I think people just forget that a couple hundred it's always been barbarically violent to be a
But at
human
least
being.
back in the day, you deserved it.
Yeah,
Nowadays, you could just be living a normal life and people will just shoot you
but
for that.
not everybody. I mean, there would be people
Most people don't get shot.
they're not everybody deserve. You know what I mean? There's always been people that get caught in the fray. They're in the Crusades. I don't think a lot of the people who died in the Crusades deserved it. I think they were just stuck in the middle of something. That they didn't even have any fucking. And back then, you
I
couldn't
thought you
even.
were talking about America. Like if
I'm
you're
saying human history in general.
in colonial times and you're like having a settlement in the
Yeah,
middle of
the Native
Native
American
American
stuff.
land,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, you're just a child,
Well,
but
you can say that, but a lot of people they put them out there being like the government gave money. It was like you'll be good. Don't worry
yeah,
about it. And they would send uh people out there. I think under false pretense that it was
yeah.
safer than it was or whatever. So
Well, that's your fault still. You still did something fucked up,
yeah.
living on someone else's land. You didn't know it, but that's what you're doing. That's what America's all about, punishing people that are committing crimes, even if they didn't know it.
Yeah, I just watched Gangs of New York, and that's a good. I don't think it's super accurate, but that's kind of my extent of history is cool movies that aren't that accurate, that have some
Yeah.
type of romantic
It's a vibe.
subplot.
It's probably close to what it felt like was happening.
Well, the scene where because I didn't really notice it the first few times I watched it, and I hadn't seen in a while. The scene where Irish people are showing up on the boat, and then when
Mm-hmm.
they get off the boat, they give them. They're like, "Here's a bag of coins if you'll go fight in the Civil War." And they're like, "Okay," and they put them on a different boat, separate from their family, and they just went off to Pennsylvania to fight in the Civil War. It's just very funny to think about a guy 4 months across the ocean, the American dream. He gets here. They kind
He
of
just signs up for it like it's a Spotify.
yeah, they don't give you the full conditions. They're just like, here's more money than you've ever thought about in your life, which honestly will run out in less than a year with your 7 children or whatever. And then they just went to somewhere and they just got shot and they never got to even enjoy America.
Bedbug
It's kind of sad.
doing your job for you. Oh,
It's an ant.
thank you, man.
It's an
Professionally done.
it's an ant.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Gangs of New York.
I hope I'm
It's
never
great.
a victim of random violence. That would be very I would not enjoy that. And it terrifies me. It really does to think about.
What if a bug comes back and is like, you've murdered a lot of my friends?
Sometimes I think about hell, a version of hell. I just made this up in my head. Could be you get put in a room with every creature you've ever killed in your life.
Man, imagine if you killed like just deer and bunny rabbits and you're like, man, this is nice.
And that's a most people that just kill deer and bunny rabbits have a justif. They're probably eating them or skinning them.
Yeah.
I would just be in a room with 6 million wasps and fucking
A
a
juice full of
billion
wasps.
a billion bed bugs and a bunch of black widow spiders. Sometimes when I'm working, I look at I'll open these road stations and it's like you never know. Sometimes it's ooh, it's a rattlesnake in one or black widow spiders, and you never know what's going to be in there in the summer when you open it. And you just look at the black widow spider, and I think like I could let it bite me and just go right to the hospital. Probably get workers' comp if I survive the black widow spider. I've thought
Is
about
it
it.
worth it?
I think I probably would need like an amputation or something.
Yeah.
They're really scary. They're
Uh,
fucking huge. They're
yeah, I
cool.
mean, your body is just a tool you can use to gain profit.
Yeah, I would love some workers' comp. That's like if you're a stand-up comedian, finding a way to get your job to pay you to stay home. That's got to be the ideal. If you're like trying to go to open
Quit.
mics, yeah,
Yeah,
break your arm while you're delivering
you got to find
Papadino.
loopholes. Fortunately, poor people loopholes are all very body based.
I'm so bad at loopholes too. I was thinking on the walk over here how I'm so convinced. I was listening to a podcast about they were joking about food stamps and stuff, and it's just I would never do it because my family has beaten into me like if you work hard and you're honest, you'll get ahead. And I'm just 33 and I'm like, well, when do I start getting ahead for doing this? I should be it seems like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I should be taking advantage of some things, I think, but I keep
yeah,
being like I have like a moral like I can't be I'm a man. I could never be on food stamps. And I should just be like, yes, I should just go on fucking food stamps. Fuck
yeah.
it.
Like Elon Musk gets a lot of subsidies from the government.
Yeah.
That's how he makes most of his money.
Yeah, that's I hate that. That's how I think it's the Irish American or Irish Canadian. It's just like you gotta keep even if they keep
Yeah,
shoveling shit, you just work even
you're a
harder.
great peasant.
Yeah, I'm really good at being a
They
I have a
trained you.
peasant's look. I feel like I have a like a not between a knight and a peasant. I'm a little maybe like a feudal lord of some type.
Wow.
I think that's my
Yeah.
look.
I mean, that's all that existed back in the day. You're either a peasant or a knight or a priest.
Yeah, and priests could fuck back then.
Wow. But yeah, I think yeah, you should try to maybe steal from people. You can be a Robin Hood type.
I found a pair of sunglasses in a case outside of a building today. Clearly someone forgot them and they're like their dog was pooping. I can't even take I'm such a pussy. I'm just like I don't want to take they were Ray-Bans. I was
Yeah.
like, I can't take these. Maybe the person's gonna come back and look for them. Just left them there.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking pussy. I'm not even being a
I mean,
good person because
the
I want to
thing
be a good
is like
person. I'm just a fucking pussy.
you should just be able to do that and survive is just work hard and be a good person,
Yeah.
but it's almost suicidal to not be able to analyze the real world and like come to the conclusion of like what you actually have to do. Like you have to like be blind to it. You have
Yeah.
to choose to
And
not see what you actually have to do.
it is just even it's kind of like, you know, almost Christianity in a way where it's like I don't think I believe in it, but just convincing like to get me to face each and every day, part of my belief has to be that it will pay off if I'm just good and I work hard.
Mm-hmm.
That's I'll be blessed with something. I don't think I really believe it, but I have to keep it in my mind because otherwise I would just lay in bed at night and be like dreading facing every fucking day of
I
my
think
life.
that's what
So
makes people so fucked up is if they do good their whole life and they don't get the reward, then they just try to take it from little social interactions and like being shitty to people.
yeah, and that's what I'm working on too, is not expecting anything back for anything. Just being good because it makes me feel good and because it yeah, working on not thinking of everything as like, okay, if I put karma, I'll get good stuff. It's like, no, you might be good your whole life and you might get the shit out of the stick your whole
Yeah,
life.
that's just. I mean, you can still do good just because you want to, but you should know that with the way the world is, that
Yeah.
you just shouldn't be suicidally ignorant.
In fact, it's so much more noble to just be good just because it's
Even though
like
you know
in
you're
the
gonna get
face.
fucked.
Yeah, in the face of, you know what I mean? Which and I am I think it's nice. I never even thought about it till recently. I've never really struggled with thinking if I'm a good person or not. And I've talked to friends that have that internal struggle or whatever. And it is kind of nice to be my parents did a pretty good job, is that I've made mistakes in my life, but I never am like maybe I'm a sociopath, but I think I just feel that I am
Well,
a pretty decent person.
yeah, I mean that could be a part of the brainwashing too, is to always make you question whether you're a good person so that you'll sacrifice more than you should.
Yeah. But as long as I'm sacrificing for something, you know, like my girlfriend, like I just want to make her life as comfy and I want her to be happy. I
Your
don't mind
girlfriend.
sacrificing in the force. If I worked for a small
Well,
company, like when I worked for my parents' business,
uh-huh.
I would sacrifice so much because I knew it's helping my familial wealth and my parents and
You should treat the whole world like it's your girlfriend
yeah.
and try to make the world's life better.
I'm trying. I'm doing better. But also that's part of like I think once I try to be healthier, like I think it helps.
Do you think
Lead by example is a big thing too. Like not
healthier?
yeah, and just like okay, if I think that let's for a random example, if I think some of like my friends don't work hard enough at stand up, don't like tell them. Just be like, I'm gonna work so fucking hard that hopefully they'll see
Well,
me. You
just
know?
because you're healthier and your body's great doesn't mean you're a great person.
I know, but it can. I think it's like a noble pursuit to be like I work because it's so hard. I look at it, I'm like, how am I supposed to be fucking in shape? I'm working 45 hours. All I can do is eat drive through. But if I
That's
can
in
figure
shape. If you're walking around, that's good.
if I can find a way to just live as the best version of myself, I hope that someone else would see it and be like, because literally,
Well, I think
it,
like working out and getting too into your body is like a coping mechanism that a lot of people have because they have no other control.
yeah,
They don't like control like a company or anything. So they're like, I'm just gonna have a really good body and like be sexy and live long. And I think it's like kind of selfish and
I don't disagree,
pointless.
but I think doing it in a healthy, moderated amount is just a good practice and discipline. That's really where I'd like to be vegan next year is a nice practice and
But like a lot of people
discipline.
have discipline in areas that don't matter. Like they don't actually have discipline in like things that will actually help them. They're like, look how useless this is and look how dedicated I am to it.
Well, like personally, like eating right for me, I've never been able to do it. I have a huge so like it would be a big step for my own personal. It would be like proving to myself this
Yeah,
like
I mean, your concern should be more about like yourselves and
yeah,
not like trying to control like parts of this economy.
yeah,
Like, oh, I'm a good person because I want healthcare, and then you don't work out. Like, it'd be better to not care about healthcare and care about your own body. But
yeah.
I
This
think like if you don't have like a clear idea of like what uh what it's all for and like what you're actually working for, then it's like, you could be tricked into doing anything.
yeah. I think it just feels great to overcome stuff. Like I never thought I would be able to stop doing Adderall, like ever. I fucking did it for so long. And I would think like I'm not going to be able to do any of the things that I try to do, like make music or write. And so having overcome that, I'm like, okay, exercise and eating healthy feels like another like obstacle that I'd never be able to overcome. But I know how sweet it's felt the last 2 years to myself to be like overcome a thing. So I really want to do it to you know what I mean? I think at the end of the day, life is to me really nice to just set a goal like that and then to
Mm.
reach it and really prove
I
to
just
yourself.
think like they surround you with shitty food. They
Yeah.
make sure that you can't get enough exercise because no one can walk anywhere. It's unpleasant to walk anywhere. And then they fill your life with pointless jobs. And like the more pointless your job is, the more you get paid. And then they're like, okay, try to be healthy.
And you're just full of anxiety and
And it shouldn't
usually
be that hard. It should be
yeah.
easy. It should like, you know, but like they try to make it hard and then you have to overcome all the bullshit that they stack at you just to like have a decent body.
I know, but I'm going to do it. And maybe not even my body composition doesn't change. Just cooking, eating.
But shouldn't it just be like a obvious thing that you're doing and not like, oh, this is who I am for the moment? Like there should be more shit that you're working on than just having like
Yeah.
a decent body.
Yeah. And that's so I've been sort of trying to tackle things one at a time, but it's
Are you sober?
totally sober.
Yeah. I've been getting annoyed at sober people recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Why just them talking about it or just in general like
Just yeah, just them like bringing it up, like if you're passing weed around and like, no thanks. I've been sober for 3 months now. It's like, okay, like if you're like all going paintballing and someone's like, I don't want to go paintballing. It's like you're shitting on the thing that everyone's doing right now and being
yeah.
like, oh, I haven't done it in forever.
Yeah, I'm trying not to do that too much.
But I think it's good. Like
Yeah,
I think it's
and
good
I
to
don't
be
want to be
sober.
part of a like a programmer. Like I
Hmm.
don't find a lot. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
am gonna go back to smoking weed eventually. I don't know if it's in 2 months or 2 years.
Yeah.
Even drinking maybe eventually because I never had the biggest problem with drinking. But I am trying to work on because
I
it.
I don't like it because it's like, oh, you're just making your body into a form that you know, the Catholic Church and like all these stupid institutions want you to do.
Yeah, mine's
Like,
like energy level. It's like to do stand up at night, wake up early. I might only
yeah.
get 4 hours of sleep. To me, it's
I
just
just don't like the idea that people think this is preferable or
yeah.
better way to be
I even
just
think,
because they're told to. I mean, if it is better for you individually, that could be the case, but I think a lot of people want to have a body that is approved of by society, and I think it's pathetic.
or just to have. I try not to have it be. Let's say I stay sober for years and I don't get anywhere and like stand up or make more money. I don't want to be like, well, what the fuck? I sacrifice. Like, there's no guarantee. You just have to
Hmm.
do what's sort of like. And I saw a guy talking about how young people not drinking right now. I mean, obviously, if you're an alcoholic, you probably shouldn't drink alcohol or whatever. But
Yeah.
there is a part of being young, being social, networking that like a little bit of drinking or a little bit of smoking weed with people, like you're gonna lose with like an army of sober 20-year-olds. That a lot of that's really important to developing into. I mean, like the guy who was talking to me the other day that I was getting annoyed at. If I was at a bar and I was had 2 or 3 beers in me, I would have been like, "Hey, what's your name?" Like I would have been way more open. So
Yeah.
there are definitely benefits, and I am actively trying not to do that, to like look down on
Well, I
people.
think it's fine
Yeah,
if you do. It's just like I'm not there, so I'm gonna be coming at it from the opposite angle.
yeah.
Like
And I
I don't
do
know
miss
if it's
smoking
great
weed.
that everyone is smoking weed all the time because it does make people like not as active or whatever, or like, you know, they're not like trying to start a conversation all the time. But I think like we've been fucked over for so long, like the average person, and like what they tell us to be like is not the best for us, it's the best for them. And I think it's like if you want to be the best like person that the police and the government want you to be, you're basically selling everyone else down the river and be like, oh, that guy's a drug addict, he deserved to get killed or whatever.
Yeah, and I mean those thoughts will like I'll be at Kill Tony or something, and I'll see people who are drinking a bunch of beers, and in my head I'll be like, how fucking dumb do you have to be if you get pulled when you're. But like, yeah, I shouldn't have. It's all gonna be. I definitely don't want to be that guy because it's
Yeah, I
really
mean, I think
such a
it's good.
personal thing. And honestly, I like it
It's good to be the sober guy because
to write
it is a little better
to
for
write
it. Like,
stand up. I think just changing. Like I was smoking weed every day for like 10 years, so just taking 6 months off in my head, it might be a way to generate some material. Whether it's
yeah.
about
I mean, I think it's like being a vegan or like doing CrossFit. It's
yeah,
like it's exciting, and when you do it, like you have to have that excitement to keep doing it. But like to someone who isn't there, it's totally alien to them. So it's just like a clashing of like
Yeah.
mindsets. But
And I do love weed. It's the best.
I
So,
just don't like changing your body to be approved of by society. I think that's the worst thing ever. Like you should never do what you should do the
yeah.
opposite and you'll probably be better.
Yeah, I just like changing things up for me helps it does help to
But
make material and stuff like that. That's kind of
just
what I'm hoping.
happens that the way you're changing things is also a version of you that would be approved of by the Muslim caliphate.
Yeah, I would certainly before I ever did AA, I would become Muslim for sure. If I was gonna join some type of cult, I'd rather join a cool one, not the AA. But some people like AA as well, so I don't
It's
know.
good if you want to be a helpful peasant during the Ottoman Empire.
Yeah. Yeah. What does caliphate mean?
Just like a group,
Yeah.
like an organization. It's like a LLC for Muslims.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I I told myself I was just not gonna drink from my last birthday 1 year,
Hmm.
and I don't even know why I.
I think you can't be a good counter, or you can't be a revolutionary without sucking dick and being gay, because that's what Christians hate the most.
That's true.
So
Is that
if
what
you're
this?
drinking, smoking, and being gay, you're fighting against the system.
That is that your pitch to try to get guys to suck your dick? That's not why the cameras are here.
Yeah. You
Yeah, if
gotta
you want to
fight
be a
against the man.
if you want to be a true political revolutionary, you got to suck this dick.
We're all gonna suck each other's dicks to stick it to the man.
Some people do hate
I
that.
wish I was gay, just so I could fucking ruin everyone's idea of who they think they should be.
It
Just be
is
like, I'm doing everything wrong.
the most fun I have on stage is I have some jokes that would just the twist is I'm gay at the end, and seeing certain guys' faces get mad that I say that, like they're just like, "How dare you talk about?" And then I think if you're a gay comedian talking about it, they must fucking really hate. Like it's so crazy that some guys will just be in an audience and be like, "Why is this motherfucker talking about gay sex on stage right now?" It's like it's making you mad. I can understand maybe not thinking it's funny or whatever, but you're gonna like get up and leave the way like a Christian would.
Well, if they don't know you, they could be like, oh, this guy's trying to convince me to be gay.
It's
But
such a weird.
if they know you, they're like, oh, it's you're joking, like my buddies do about being gay.
Well, nothing tells me that you're having issues struggling with the thoughts of being gay more than when I talk about in a joking manner being gay and you being like, "What the fuck? Don't you dare talk
Yeah.
about that." I'm like, "You're
You
obviously
have the worst defense against being gay.
you have something going on with you that has nothing to do with me." I'm
Yeah. Those
it's
are the easiest guys to break.
yeah, and sometimes I'll point it out and then they'll kind of like laugh.
Just be
But
like, whoa, hey man, I'm
once
not being aggressive. Come on, let me just give you a shoulder rub.
once in a while I'll point it out and they won't break. They'll be like staring like angrily at me. And I'll be like, I just want to be like, why are you fucking so uptight about me making it's obviously a joke. What the twist is, I'm gay or whatever. Like if that
Yeah.
pisses you off, you must just walk around getting mad at
I think if everyone was gay, we could actually change wealth inequality in this country.
how so. Well, gay men are doing quite well. Married gay men,
Yeah.
like
They're focused.
their earnings
It's
based on
two
I do pest control
members of
for a lot of their
society.
houses. I'll go to like two gay men that own a house in Austin. Beautiful homes. I mean, insane. It's
The
just
intelligence of a woman and the pay of a man.
it's two hardworking guys teaming up.
Work in both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think being gay is really cool.
Seems pretty sweet. I gotta be honest.
Besides the homophobia,
Oh yeah, that shit. Yeah. You always think it's going away, and then you run into someone that's still that way, and you're like, "We're still doing this." Like,
yeah, it's coming back. Xenophobia is back.
yeah, it's very odd.
So crazy. What do you think about these ICE deportations?
I think it is very odd to just have a van pull up and take a person,
Yeah,
especially
just
when
do
it's
it
like,
legally.
yeah, especially when it's like, if you hear a story about someone's just they deported them to like the wrong the country they're not even from and shit like that. It's like,
It's the worst kind of simplistic, primitive mindset that we're ruled by now.
yeah, and it's just when big empires like ours will scapegoat certain groups of people when things are going bad, and it's really sad that it's so easy to flip. Everyone has a
Yeah,
switch to flip
people are
and
so
blame.
dumb.
Yeah, just like especially it's easy to get people to blame. Again, we were talking about how comedians, especially like mid-level or whatever, are so accessible to like the comment section that I feel like they get so much vitriol because like going after the actual people that are top of the mountain, they're never going to hear. Jerry Seinfeld's not going to read your fucking comment.
It's easier to snipe other middle class people.
Yeah, it's easier to like hate on someone on your level
Yeah,
because they're actually there and you can actually like affect their lives and you feel like you're doing something.
yeah, shit on the people closest to you. If you really want to make a change, berate people that you love.
It's just an odd, that little monologue from that movie The Big Short when the housing crisis happened and the guy's like, I just feel bad because they're not going to blame the people who are responsible for this. They're going to blame immigrants and they're going to blame poor people. And
That's too bad.
just anytime our country goes through anything, it's like,
Well, I think it's funny when white people will be like, white people are getting exterminated because of the immigrants are coming in, but no one's making you fuck immigrants. Just go fuck white people.
yeah. And
It's like, what are you afraid of? You're afraid that Latinas are sexier than white women and that white people have to be told to not fuck them.
or like certain people are taking our job. It's just like even if you gave the validity to some of the stuff that people say about job taking, it's like really make a list of who is responsible for the current like living situation of the poverty line in America. And very far down on the list is going to be, I mean,
Immigrants.
yeah. And I even hate like the whole thing. People just talk about
It's not like,
billionaires, and it
just
is
look at the numbers.
it
Like,
is billionaires and shit.
yeah,
It just is them.
like if you really are investing this much time into hating a group of people, like why don't you do a little research? That
Yeah.
hate should motivate you to Google a couple things, but they don't actually want to tackle their issues. It's like it would be great if we could just be more racist and that would fix the world. But that's just easy, that's fun for you to do. Like what are the chances that what you like to do on your off time anyways is also like it's fun to eat cake,
Yeah.
but like you're not going to get healthy by eating more cake.
I think there's just something wired in our brains too, like the xenophobic. Uh, it's something that is easily brought out of human beings, like
Yeah, I mean,
othering
maybe
people.
it's because I'm a ethnic minority. I'm like, I don't want to have an ethnocentric, nationalism anywhere. Like, I don't,
Well, like look at comedy. I like
it's
talk
against
to
my survival.
a random New York open micer that I knew from New England, and they'll just have opinions on Austin comedy, and it's like, yeah, we're just the other. Like, why is it, you don't even know what it's fucking like? It's like, well, I visited there 2 weeks, and they're all like this or like that,
Yeah.
and it's like we have like a Fallout Theater, like the whole like we're all edge lords. There's whole shows and communities in Austin that are totally opposite, and it just always is like trying to reinforce that you're making the right decisions, that your group is actually the most noble, and that
Yeah, it's easier to shit on other groups instead of actually researching and picking the right scene for you. So that what you do is just stay in the scene that you're in and then shit on all the other ones and have a negative opinion. And then you don't have to do any work. You can
yeah.
just hate other people and convince yourself you're doing the right thing.
And it's funny when like, working comedians, there was like a discussion online about Austin and stuff. And then like it'll trickle down where open micers will hold these opinions. And I'm like, you realize the world, if Dan Soder is shitting on Austin, he's shitting on a whole different thing than what it is a good place for an open micer to come. Maybe it's not a great place for Dan Soder to live because he has a fucking career and makes all his money. But those are two different, that's not like Austin comedy. That's like the mothership and people who make like, that's just, it's funny how someone on that doesn't make money like me would affect, like that's like me saying New York comedy would be is a bad
Yeah, I
place.
mean, that's why I hate when people ask me, like, oh, you were in Chicago? What did you think of Chicago? You were in Detroit? Is it a good city? It's like I was there for like 2 days. Like, I'm not gonna have a whole opinion on a city. I mean, I have an opinion on like the trip I went on, but that doesn't reflect the whole city.
And a lot of people do, they move here, they even for a few weeks,
They
and
just want a simplistic
yeah.
explanation. They want to be like, oh, this place is good, this place is bad.
And again, to just be like, I made the right choice to wear it. But
Yeah,
if you really were
it's a lot of
confident, if you were confident in that choice, you wouldn't feel the need
yeah. I'd
to.
be like, that's a great city too.
Yeah, like I'm considering a move to New York, but it's so but I like being here. Like I don't feel the need to shit on anything. And
Yeah,
like sometimes the more people tell me, because me and my girlfriend talked about moving to LA too, and everyone who say that to will be like, "Oh,
I liked LA better than New York.
you'd make the wrong choice moving to LA." And I just want to be like, that makes me want to move there. Just the fact that so many people that I know,
Yeah, because
that's
they're
their
obviously wrong about it.
yeah. It's like maybe it's you want to kind of go. It'll be easier to make a name for yourself somewhere where it's not like moths to a flame. So
Yeah,
if all the open micers think LA is a bad place, it might actually be a good place. And that's just how my brain works. So it's just weird
yeah.
that people will write off things entirely. You know what I mean?
I feel like a lot of people in New York and LA have sacrificed so much to be there, and they're invested in this infrastructure of how they discover talent, even though it sucks.
Yeah.
And they reject a lot of great people. They reject the most talent just because they've already sacrificed so much to try to make it in that system. And if they have made it, then they're like, all the other systems of getting famous aren't as good as this one.
Yeah. Or even shitting on like, oh, you're signing up for Kill Tony. And it's like, yeah, everyone's situation is different. And I'm not going to pretend like everyone in that room is a good idea for them to be signing up. But for me personally, where I'm at and like sort of whatever relationships I've forged around, it's like, and my joke writing style, it's like, yes, I'm going to be signing up every single week. And it's weird that you're trying to convince me it's a bad idea or something.
Yeah.
There's so
It's
many open mics on a
a
Monday. It's like,
purist. Like, there's only one way to do it, and that's the way I'm doing it.
yeah, and it's like if you were confident in your decision, you'd be like, "Cool, I'm glad that you think that's the best route for you, but I think this is the best route for me." But you're obviously
You're
like
trying to change the results of the game by shitting on people,
convincing
trying to convince
yourself. Yeah,
others,
yeah, it's just a weird, and I try to fight it in myself too. I mean, everyone's guilty of that, but
being racist
everyone's
or
definitely guilty of
bigoted.
that. Or just convincing, being over like the sobriety thing. If you're talking about it all the time, it's clear because
My
you're
way is the best way.
second guessing it. If you're really truthfully to your core confident in your decisions, you wouldn't really feel the need to put them on other people unless you're asked about them or whatever.
Yeah.
So I like it. I love it here, man. I mean, I met my future wife here. I've met a lot of great friends here. I mean, I was thinking about when coming over to do the podcast today. I was like, I moved here 5 years ago and I got to open for you in Laugh Boston and hanging out with you and hanging out. And I mean, Redman asked me to do Secret Show a few weeks ago just off a spot I did. I didn't even have to get on killed.
Nice.
And it's just fucking cool. Like, it might not be the biggest thing to anyone else, but like to me, it's fucking very cool to be here.
Yeah, it's like that kind of show doesn't exist everywhere.
Yeah. And the
It's like there's a
personalities.
ladder here.
I mean, I saw you like go. I literally smoked a bong with you in your van like 3 weeks before you got on at Antone's for the first time, and it's so. What's really kept me going is like you and like Casey and being like, I saw people and I know it because when you're on the outside looking in, you'd be like, oh, it was like a plant. I always see the comments like they rig bucket, but I've been here and I've seen people that fucking came here with nothing and
Yeah.
they got to ride in a fucking private jet. It's fucking cool, man. It's very cool and motivating to see. And
Yeah.
maybe it'll never happen for me, but even being one of these fish that could possibly, if I play my cards right, I get a couple lucky things. And even if it never happens, the pursuit of it to me is made me grow as a person so much.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's just good to be around that. I think that makes the scene better. Like New York, like it's not necessarily, you know, whatever it's the water that makes it better, but just being around and it makes your comedy better to be around people.
Yeah, like Mark Norman will drop in on your bar show in New York.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool
There's a
too.
difference between seeing it online, which helps like get your comedy better, but seeing it in person, it shows you the pathways that they get to be there.
Dude,
And
like
you're like, oh, this is a person. This guy, this is what he does before he goes on stage.
I've literally seen DeRosa and Kurt Metzger drop in at Vulcan on like a midnight show that everyone's bombing at, and they fucking turn the crowd around and crush. And being there in the room, being like, oh, so it is a skill based. Everyone wants to convince you that it's like so much other stuff going on, but a lot of it just has to do with these guys are so skilled. They rolled in here, and then everyone after them had a better set because they actually fucking
Nice.
made the.
Well, also like starting out comedy, you have to get good at so many different things. You have to get good at bar shows, open mics, and then actual shows, Kill Tony. So it's harder because
Yeah.
but like if you do, like at their level, you can just get good at this one type of comedy. and it straightens everything out for you because you're not having to do like these open mics and trying to impress comedians. You're like, oh, I just need to impress the audience,
But
and
certain
you
guys,
know that audience
you,
better.
like certain like Kurt Metzger and Joe DeRosa, you can tell that like they went through years of what I'm kind of going through because they still have that talent of like
Yeah,
this crowd was not set up for them and they didn't, dude, like Kurt getting off stage from like a crowd that was fucking kind of shitty and then shaking the hand of the booker and then walking out the front door and being like that rules. So this guy is like still looking to do spots and like uh it's very like motivate and like these guys will
that's the good thing about comedy.
they'll never even know that like they have that effect on. I'm sure there's 10 other guys at the same show that thought the same thing I did. They were like, "Holy shit, I'm more galvanized to fucking
Wow.
chase this because this guy
Yeah.
just dropped in or whatever." And
Yeah, that's such a big thing in an arts community just to see like something like that happen.
yeah, I mean, Joe DeRosa is like my favorite comedian now. I mean, I've seen like a few sets where I've just, and then I watched a special this year and I was like, I always knew about him, like Bill Burr's opener. I listened to him on like Opie and Anthony on the YouTube compilations or whatever. But being in the scene and seeing him work, I was like, holy fucking shit, this guy is so fucking good at stand up. And he does it oppositionally to the audience, which is incredible. He like makes the audience hate him and then makes the audience love him, like flips them. And it's incredible. Or even
Yeah.
seeing you, like seeing your hour where it's like one like a lot of jokes and you're not going to the crowd that much unless the crowd's like very rowdy. You're gonna do your performance and it's tight and it's well written. You never look at a set list and you have so many fucking jokes over a 55-minute set. That was inspiring too to be like, because sometimes I'm like, am I ever gonna be able to just remember 55 minutes of shit?
Yeah. People would be like, your jokes are too short. You can never do a longer set.
Yeah, and seeing you and I remember both your Laugh Boston sets. I was just like, damn, he never. I remember thinking the same thing about Rogan at Vulcan. He does a whole hour and a half set and never looks at a fucking note, not even a word to remind him
Yeah.
what to go. And I saw him do back to back sets, like same set. Like I was really impressive. It's all like locked in.
Yeah. It's like the next level. It's like one step more hard work that, changes the whole tenor of the performance.
Yeah, and that's the real like obviously it's awesome to get better at showcase spots and I want to try to crush at these 10 or 15 minutes because how you have to do it to get there. The real art is that hour, I think, to be able to really like entertain an audience for an hour.
That's the pinnacle.
Yeah,
You
it's
don't need
amazing.
to do, you can do more than that, but that's if you can do that and then keep writing new jokes and be able to do that with new material, that's ideal.
And then like I imagine, you know, with my 15-minute set, it's like it'll be little things will get subbed out for better stuff that I've written to be able to do it in the hour form where it's like oh, I have this hour, but eventually maybe 10 minutes of topical jokes will like come and go and it just gets stronger and stronger. The idea of galvanizing an hour like that sounds so fucking cool because I've just been doing that in the micro form, which in comparison is much easier. I mean, I have to imagine eventually once you get the stage time, I'm sure it feels the same, but it's fucking hard to even do that for 15, 20 minutes. So the idea of
Yeah.
doing 3 times the time is so cool,
Yeah, I mean,
especially all
takes
jokes.
a lot of trial and error, I think. But
Not not to disparage crowd work and shit, but it is impressive that you do all fucking jokes for 55 minutes.
without engaging with the audience.
Yeah, and you might do a little bit. It's never you don't need that to get through your hour. And that's
Yeah.
fucking crazy to me because there's probably so much that goes into the
Well,
pacing.
Tony's always like, you got to do an hour.
Yeah.
So I'm
Like,
gonna
dude,
try to do an hour now.
Tony's another one where I moved here. Even before Kill Tony was as big as it now, people would be like, "Yeah, but his stand up, dude." I saw him at Vulcan a bunch of times, and I was like, "This guy's incredible at stand up
Yeah.
comedy." Like anyone that says that shit has not seen him live or has a bias against
He's
him.
so good at the live thing. Like he's so present.
He does like a story in the middle of his hour, or this is when I used to see him.
Yeah.
And on top of like a lot of jokes that are shorter and like maybe like topical, uh, it's really, I mean, even his roast stuff. I mean, like the roasted Tom
Yeah.
Brady thing was, and that's like late stage, but like he used to write for roast and didn't even perform,
Yeah.
which is really funny that they didn't even want him to like. I've heard that to do as much as he did in the Tom Brady roast. I'm like this guy is
Yeah,
like one
he's
of the
came
big.
from the
He's
audience
one of the best
and he
roasters.
walked on the stage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's one of the best roast writers.
You
Like
just have
him,
no idea.
Mike Lawrence, fucking Jeselnik. Like they're all the guys who wrote all those fucking jokes for those celebrities that are good from back in
Yeah.
the day. And it's really impressive to see some guys run that.
Anyways, should we end it?
Yeah, probably. I'm getting a little gushy about. It's kind of
You're
corny.
doing a good job. I think you're gonna get picked for Kill Tony next Monday.
Probably not, but if I am, everyone will think it's staged now, so that's
You can
good.
send this podcast to Tony and be like, Tony, I did your job. I did the job you wanted me to do, and
Yeah, he's paying me under the table to
you're
spread.
a paid protester.
Yeah, but
All right. Thank you guys.
yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it,
Thank
man.
you for doing it.
Yeah.
What a night.